Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. The Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears meet in a Saturday night showdown, potentially with the NFC North title on the line. Kickoff tomorrow night at Soldier Field, set for 7:20. Nationally televised on Fox. The Packers remain listed as 1.5-point favorites for tomorrow night's game. Everything you need to get ready for Packers-Bears Round 2 all day long here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wilde and Tausch until noon. Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe live video streaming at 12:30. The Rich Eisen Show from noon to 2 on ESPN Radio. Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 4, and Jim, Matt, and Molly from 4 until 6. And if that's not enough, Green Bay Game Day gets you set from 4 o'clock until kickoff tomorrow evening right here on 100.5 ESPN. Wilde and Tausch kicks things off right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It is the Friday edition. The Packers-Bears tomorrow night from frigid, windy Soldier Field. We'll get you ready with all of our traditional preview stuff, although the game is one day earlier edition. The dream is over. The Badgers fall in 5 sets to number 1 seeded Kentucky. It'll be Kentucky and Texas A&M for the national championship edition.
It just means more.
You guys and your SEC love, there's no doubt about that. And, of course, I'm excited to go to Chicago. What do I have to try and get done while I'm down there before I cover the game? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been down to Chicago edition. I don't have to pay royalties on that, do I?
Nope, you're good.
I'm Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson's in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios after his long and ultimately disappointing evening with Badgers volleyball. And from his undisclosed location, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm disappointed. Disappointed. I thought the volleyball team had everything kind of cleared out, and we should be playing in a national championship on Sunday, and we're not. So I'm disappointed.
Did you watch first serve to final point
We watched
coverage?
all of it. Watched all of it. Eleanor is big into volleyball. She was loving it, and she got her national championship shirt out after the first set. You know, thinking we were going to get back there, and we played a god-awful second set, and that's what did us in. So I love the resolve of the fifth set. We fell way behind and fought and scrapped, but this team was good enough to win a national championship, and we didn't get it done, and that's sad, disappointing, and so I'm kind of bummed today.
They win the third set, then lose the fourth set. I didn't know this.
I'll tell you what, Kentucky was rattled on rattled. We absolutely throttled them, and then it felt like we dumped 15 serves in the net in the second set. Jesse, you did all the stats. You're Johnny Volleyball. How many unforced errors and missed serves did we have in that second set?
In the second set alone, I would have to check. They gave up, it was +8 to Kentucky behind the service line between aces and service errors. Kentucky got 8 extra points in that match overall.
We just
last
threw
night.
it to them.
Yeah.
And by the way, we didn't let them get anything going in the first. I thought the broadcast was great. They were talking about how they didn't get any. Every time they served, we side out at them. We were Federer sitting there. Everything had cleared up. We weren't going to beat Nebraska. Nebraska's better than us. Everything's lined up, and we don't get it done. I'm just bummed. I'm disappointed. I wanted to put another national championship over in the halls over at Monroe Hall, but didn't happen. So here we go.
You're really going to do that and not deliver a Robin Soderling reference in there? Like, I wanted to get Robin Soderling one more run here today.
We've done enough Robin Soderlings.
Okay, all right.
It reminded me of when the Packers lost to the 49ers in the playoffs a couple of years ago in San Francisco, Jordan Love's first year, where you felt like after beating Stanford and Texas, it was almost it felt kind of like a house money type feel because they weren't necessarily expected to be the Final Four team this season compared to past iterations of the team.
What is Collier? Is she the best player in the country?
She is one of the 4 finalists for the National Player of the Year award. Yeah.
Let's not try and act like we're Johnny's underdogs here. We're not.
No,
we're a juggernaut. And we have the best setter is back. Charlie Furbringer is an absolute stud.
Yeah, she
is
just
incredible. Unbelievable.
Yeah, career best night last
Best setter.
night. Yeah.
Hey, best setter, best hitter in the game. We go through and beat Texas on the road. Like everything is lined up. Don't give me this. We're an upstart group. No, we should have won a national championship this year, and I think everybody knows it. That's why it stings. I would not have said that if Nebraska was in this. I wouldn't have said that, but they're not.
We should be playing on Sunday. Yeah.
Yes, that's all, and it's a bummer. It's an absolute bummer.
Why I did not know this. I'm not sure why I didn't know it, but I didn't.
I don't know how that second set it was brutal.
6-0 run for Kentucky. Wisconsin was up 20-18. Kentucky goes up 24-20, and then they end up winning the set. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kentucky, Jesse, you watched it all and did your post game on it. They were rattled on rattled. Like, Kentucky had no answers for us, and then we just handed it to them.
We punched them in the first set. 25-12 is what you see against
they were
mid-majors.
ready to be knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was KO City.
They were rattled. They were out of system. They were not looking good, and then they ended up finding
This
their
reminds
rhythm.
me more of that Monday night game when Denny Green said, we let him off the hook! Because that's what we did. We let him off the hook. They were who we thought they were. Good team, couple good hitters, but we let them off the hook, and we know it. Jesse, is that a fair assessment of how that played?
Yes, I agree with the Dogs. Yeah, it was
all right.
tough night for Wisconsin volleyball because it was a great season. The wins against Stanford and Texas were remarkable. The run at the end of the year when Charlie Furberger came back healthy. Mimi Collier set a single-season record for kills at the University of Wisconsin. Yep. Carter Booth.
We had all the horses.
Got over 600
Charlie
blocks.
being healthy and being back.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Right now, as we sit here, Wisconsin volleyball is the Green Bay Packers of the University of Wisconsin. Is that a fair assessment? Like, if they don't get a championship, we're disappointed. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It is fair.
We can move it along. I'm really disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
Why do they only play to 15 in the fifth set instead of 25 when all the other games are played to 25?
Ask the volleyball expert. I don't know. Because I'm sure they're tired.
So
I thought that I'd seen it with Sydney's matches in her volleyball career. When I covered volleyball, they didn't have the first to 25 scoring. You had to side out people and score points when you were serving, which made
so boring.
Imagine trying to do your pregame shows during that era when you really don't know how long it's going to take before you're on the air. But why 15? Why would the fifth set? Are we tired? Like, come on! Like, this is for a berth in the national championship. I thought maybe regular season, fine, play to 15 in the fifth set. But with the national title in the balance, we don't play to 25. Why?
As with most things, I think it's a rule that's been shifted over time to cater to television and for timing of,
you don't think
a match.
television wouldn't have gotten more drama?
Nobody would have loved
points?
to have watched the last 10 more points of that. No, that'd be terrible.
If they played at 25 in the fifth last night, you think Wisconsin wins?
Yep.
Felt like they had the momentum storming back the way they did. Yes. Again, I'm just asking. I'm not blaming the rules for them not advancing. They deserve to blame themselves for the second set. My point is that when you get to a point where it's that nip and tuck, I would have liked to have seen it go to the same number of points that you play all the other sets to. I don't know if that's unreasonable or not, but that was
I don't mind. I don't mind this. This stuff drags on. That was a long match last night. Poor Jelly had to get up and work again this morning, so I don't mind the fact. We all know what the rules are. You got to win by 2, so I don't have a problem. I'm not going to jump in Jason's camp on that. 15's fine in the fifth set.
I'm okay being in the camp by myself.
You're an entertainment. You want 25 NFL games. You just want to make sure you keep making a living, writing and scribing and being entertained. I get it. I still look at things from a player safety and player health standpoint, and that's okay, too. We can look at things from different perspectives.
Do you still look at – really? I feel like
– No, I want to be entertained.
Yes,
If it's just analyst stuff,
all right.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify. You do want to be entertained nowadays in your analyst life. No doubt.
For sure.
And fan life. All right, we need to get ready for Packers-Bears.
Only loss that I could say is more difficult was when we blew the lead at home back in Lauren Carlini's days. When we had that, and Jesse, you're the volleyball expert. We were up 2-0 at the Fieldhouse. I can't think of another loss that's worse than what we saw last night when we should have won. That's all. Let's move it along because this is making me sadder and more dejected. Last night was a good night for the G&G. I thought it was a good night. I wanted the Seahawks to win I don't want the Rams to have a home field. I want them to have to go through the gauntlet. And I think last night is going to force them to go through the gauntlet. So I don't think Green Bay is going to get the 1 seed regardless, but I do think if they win Saturday, we're going to get the 2 seed. And that means the only place we'd have to go is more than likely going to be Seattle or San Francisco. And if that's the case, I think both of those are doable.
If you were too enraptured by the Badgers volleyball 5-set defeat against number 1 seeded Kansas, the Seattle Seahawks playing at home win in overtime over the Los Angeles Rams 38-37. The game goes to OT tied at 30. The Rams score a touchdown. The Seahawks then score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion, and they win 38-37.
I'll say this, Jay. The entertain me crowd on the overtime, you guys are right. Now, nobody cared about player safety on it, where you had to have if it was a touchdown or not. But this was entertaining. This NFL overtime, they got it right from an entertainment standpoint. The NFL overtime is now the king of the crop. It is the best because everybody gets the football, and now Seattle did it exactly right. They got to go second. They knew what they needed. They got the 2-point conversion. And while we're out there and players are playing an extra 25 or 30 snaps when everybody's dog-tired on 4 days rest, everybody was entertained last night. I can guarantee you that, including myself. That's for sure. They got it right. The overtime is right.
So, what did it take to get you to come around? Because you, of all the things you are vehement about, and God knows there's a lot of them, that one ranks right up there as one.
Oh, no. Yeah, don't get it twisted, Jay. I am still of the belief your defense needs.
What's with the J today?
I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I'm trying to just pop out. I still believe your defense needs to make a stop. I still believe that. And if the field goal, I never had a problem. Field goal, the other team gets the ball. I've never had an issue with that.
Okay.
It was if you give up a touchdown, that should be ball game. But the fact that we have now just come to grips, and it is about entertainment, I've come on board with that. And that was super entertaining. And now their strategy, the coin toss doesn't matter anymore, but the coin toss matters almost as much because now Seattle gets to go second. They get 4 downs, not 3. So it's not really fair. What happened to the Rams last night, it's not really fair. It's not. But nobody cares because we're entertained. And like the old Romans in the gladiator days, a lot of that stuff wasn't fair, but it was entertaining. So that's where we're at. And it was entertaining, which is what the job of sports is.
I always thought one of the greatest gladiator victories belonged to Robin Soderling. So why is this so good for the G&G? Explain, because you'd rather, if you are trying to get to the Super Bowl, you would rather go through Seattle than Los Angeles? Or because Los Angeles has a more difficult road now than the Rams would have had they had home field?
Yeah, I think the Rams with their veteran quarterback and their veteran, and obviously Devontae's hurt, I don't know if they can go through a 3-game gauntlet. Like, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to. I think somebody might. I think Green Bay, if they can win tomorrow, is positioned really well to do it. I just think while Seattle is a much tougher venue, I'd much rather play Sam Darnold and Mike McDonald, which I don't know how many of our fans know Seattle's coach? If I didn't say McDonald, would you have known the coach's name?
I would, because the Packers played him last year, so I would have known that. But
I learned it this year. I did not know it last year.
Okay. He's not a known guy, but he's obviously done a nice job. John Schneider obviously has done it. But I would much rather play Sam Darnold than Matthew Stafford. And Mike McDonald, Sean McDonald, whatever McDonald, compared to Sean McVay.
Sure, yeah.
I'd much rather play them. Now, having to go to Seattle would be tough, but Seattle can, as we've seen, anybody can get beat. Seattle is a lot more flawed of a team to me than the Rams. So the Rams having to run the gauntlet in order to get there, and then, by the way, having to come to Lambeau, if, again, we win tomorrow, I like our chances a heck of a lot better than if they could sit home, smoke a stogie, take the week off, take a beat, get everybody healthy, and then only have to win 2 games in a controlled environment. I love this a lot more from a Packer fan standpoint than had the Rams won last night. Basically, if they won last night, this was a Rap City USA on the 1 seed. Now the 1 seed has some serious fluxness to it.
The flux capacitor. So as of right now, as we get ready for tomorrow night, the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams have both clinched playoff berths. Yep. Seattle leads the West and has the number 1 seed as of now at 12-3. The Bears would be the 2 seed and the NFC North champions at 10-4, but the winner tomorrow night exits Soldier Field leading the NFC North with 2 games remaining in the season. Philadelphia 3, Tampa Bay at a unimpressive 7-7 would win the South and be the 4 seed. Rams the 5, 49ers the 6, and right now, at this moment, the Green Bay Packers would be the 7 seed. In the hunt? Is that what they do in the graphic when they show the playoff picture during
Yeah,
NFL
the only
games?
other team. So here's the deal. Carolina and Tampa win. Whoever wins that last game is going to win their division more than likely and will be the 4. And then unless Detroit runs the table, they'll still need, I believe, the Packers to beat the Bears in order to get in. So I think the 7 teams, unless the Bears fill their britches, the 7 teams we know. It's just a matter of how it's going to get seeded out.
Detroit, as Mike McCarthy would pronounce it, 8-6. They are sitting in the number 8 spot as of right now. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Are
because the Packers need to win tomorrow night for all of this other stuff to matter.
Well, what I was just going to say is when you just went through that with the Bears being at the 2, this is pretty much what happened 2 weeks ago leading into the game at Lambeau. We're kind of in the same boat, except I think the Bears were the 1. This game and I don't know if last night's results would have really mattered as much. This game was going to be big anyways.
Yes.
I don't think you can undersell how big of a game this is for the Green Bay Packers. For the Bears, I think they're playing with house money. The Packers aren't playing with house money. Packers need to get the 2 seed and win the division. And the only way they're going to do that is by winning tomorrow. So, they need it.
And if you need new windows, you need to call Gina Della and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Yeah, and it might be hard to find a good bargain right now during the shopping season. Everybody out there, Jason's going to be down on Michigan Ave doing Lord knows what. And Pella, they want to make everybody's holiday brighter and clearer through those beautiful new windows. Just think about it. You're sitting out, you're looking out into your backyard. Beautiful big new windows. And rain just slopping down, getting rid of all that beautiful snow. But you can see it clear as day. Pay 0% interest for up to 24 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin right now. Pella's elves, they install year-round and can finish installation as little as a day. Hurry up, the deal ends December 31st, so schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
Quick follow-up for you, analyst Mark Tauscher. Jim in the YouTube comments for ESPN Milwaukee has the same thought that I had, which should trouble Jim. Is there any part of you that thinks that it would have been better for the Rams to get the number 1 seed because they don't really have that significant of a home field advantage?
Totally agree. We would have had 50% of the fans. That was where I was torn. But Jim, I'm going to ask you this. Seattle has not been great at home. They've been fine. It is a loud venue. It's one of the best. But I don't see any way that I would ever want to play Sam Darnold or Matthew Stafford before I'd want to play Sam Darnold.
That's
I just
fair.
don't think there'd ever be a position.
Yep, I would agree.
I don't care
with that.
where we're playing that at.
Can we say, despite their loss, that Matthew Stafford is going to win the MVP?
Yeah, it's a wrap. He's got it.
The Packers
up, unless J. Love runs the next 3 and we get the 1 seed. That's the only way he's getting it. I'm not going to write it off completely, but I don't love our chances.
plus
If somebody wants to buy our ticket right now at a decent clip, I'm selling it. I'll just say that.
Fair. The Green Bay Packers listed not 1, not 2, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 players as questionable for tomorrow night. They listed 10. 10 players questionable. But the Bears have some injuries as well. We'll talk about the injury report next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you a happy holiday season from the great team at Hallman Lindsay Paints. And stick around for Feelgood Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay. Well, if finishing or starting a new paint project is one of your resolutions for the new year, well, then I recommend you do what my family did, and we trusted the pro painters at Holm & Lindsey. All you need to do, stop into any of Holm & Lindsey's Madison area locations, ask to get in touch with a pro painter, and the experienced team will work with you to find the perfect pro for what your project calls for. After all, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint. And don't forget, there's only one paint in Wisconsin made for Wisconsin's weather, and that is Holm & Lindsey Paint. Happy holidays from Holm & Lindsey. Great paint, great people. And stay tuned to enjoy Feelgood Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Holm & Lindsey Paints.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
The holidays are busy. Meals to make, gifts to wrap, parties to host. When it's finally time to unwind, make it blissful with Carbless. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor with every sip. Zero sugar, zero carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. While it may be frozen outside, it's always flawless with Carbless. No guessing and no compromise. So whether you're celebrating with friends, hosting the crew, or relaxing by the fire, bring bliss to your holiday gatherings. Carbless, full of flavor, guilt-free enjoyment.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. Right now, you can get Pella windows at a discount with Siding Unlimited. Yes, end-of-the-year pricing is a discount right before the 2026 price increases, saving you big money on your project right now. Buy now, install in spring, and lock in. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Steady. I hit my thumb.
What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Did you swear that you'd get that house project done ages ago and now it's causing you real pain? From leaky faucets to light fixtures, let our handyman team at Bruner Realty fix it all. Fast, friendly, and without the agony. We take care of it so you don't have to. Visit fixedbybruner.com. That's fixedbybruner.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
This December and January, Metro Kia Madison is celebrating the season with two incredible year-end offers. Right now, get the 2025 Kia EV6 with 0% APR for 72 months, $13.89 per thousand finance. Or choose the 2025 Kia Telluride, now at 0.9% APR for 60 months, only $17.09 per thousand finance. Hurry in because these offers end January 16th. Find your new Kia today at MetroKiaMadison.com. Metro Kia Madison, movement that inspires.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Nothing says Christmas like royalty-free Christmas music. Nothing says NFL late-season football like freezing cold winds off Lake Michigan in a Saturday night game at Soldier Field until the team moves to Northwest Indiana. And the Packers have 10 players on their injury list who are questionable. Now, some of them are not even on the 53-man roster yet. Colin Oliver, who has been on PUP all season. Brenton Cox, who had a groin injury that landed him on IR a couple games into the season. But the four big, huge marquee names that are on this list, obviously, Josh Jacobs, the Packers running back with that knee issue that continues to be a problem for him. Zach Tom, their starting right tackle. Christian Watson, their number one wide receiver, let's be honest. And Evan Williams, the running mate for Xavier McKinney at safety. Tausch, if you get to draft the players that play in the game for you from those four, who are your first, second, third, and fourth round picks in that equation?
Ooh. Colin Oliver, number one pick. Like what I saw his highlight tape. Somebody posted it very fast off the edge. This is easy for me. It's actually not easy for me now that Christian Watson's one, and then after that it gets tough. We need Christian Watson out there. I think everybody else, not that they're replaceable, but we've seen kind of the ramifications of their absence. It's not great. Evan Williams, we don't know. We haven't seen, so I'm going to go Evan Williams 2.
Really?
Then I'm going to go Zach Tom 3, and I'm going to go Josh Jacobs 4 on that list right now. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that's crazy. Josh Jacobs just had a big game. He caught a touchdown. And no doubt, Josh Jacobs is banged up. He is not healthy, and he has given us everything. I love what he does for this team. I think he is an absolute warrior. But we've also seen that we've been able to do some things with Emmanuel Wilson. And if you need to put Chris Brooks out there, I'm not worried about getting some run from those guys. Christian Watson makes such a huge difference. I don't know anybody that's going to argue with me about that. And Evan Williams, he is a game changer. And when you want to talk about stopping the run and why we've been so good about not giving up a ton of big plays, if you remember pre-Evan Williams, there was a lot of missed tackles by our safeties that led to long touchdown runs. Matter of fact, I can remember the San Francisco, I believe McCaffrey, where we had things bottled up, a long touchdown run to kind of give them the lead in that playoff game a couple of years ago. Evan Williams is just rock solid. So for him to not be out there, I think we take a big hit. And if Chicago's going to beat us, it's going to be because they run the football and they have some explosives in that part of their game. So that's how I'm going to go. And Zach Tom, obviously, I'm going to flip Zach Tom and Josh Jacobs as I have a little extra time left on the clock. Because Chicago's pass rush isn't that great, I'm flipping. I'm going JJ 3. I just have a hard time putting the O-line last just because I don't want to do that. But that's what I'm going to go with in this draft.
I don't think Evan Williams is playing. I think that feels somewhat clear. Not all questionables are created equal.
What are the chances you see him at Cheesecake Factory down there tonight?
Yeah, they don't stay at the same hotel you guys used to,
that's a great hotel.
Which is disappointing. And they have good ice cream in the restaurant. But I would say this. I don't think Zach Tom is playing either. I talked to Zach Tom yesterday, and he basically said, look, if I feel on game day the way I feel now, I'm not going to be able to go. So that means that it's either Darian Kennard, who, by the way, is also on the injured list as questionable with a neck injury, and to your point about running back, Chris Brooks is also questionable with a chest injury. So that complicates matters slightly.
Well, Jacobs is going to – you said yesterday Jacobs.
Yeah, I expect Jacobs to play. I expect Watson to play. I am less – I think it's almost certain that Evan Williams won't play, and I think the odds of Zach Tom are slightly better than they are for Evan Williams. I don't know who they're going to start. Maybe – like if they start Jordan Morgan at right tackle – does that change in any way your feeling about the offensive line being toward the bottom of your pecking order?
No. Okay. No, I mean, I have to go with – you're talking about four really important pieces to your football team. Zach Tom obviously is one of those guys, but you got 4 really important pieces. And I do think that the Packers, they've found answers. It seems as if the way they've kind of rotated some guys around, and you have a first-round pick laying in the wings, ready to get back out there and prove himself, even though maybe there's been some disappointment. I don't know. I think you keep Belton at guard. I don't know if you jockey even a little bit more. I would guess you just keep Belton where he's at, and then you rotate and see how that goes. So I'm not worried because we're not facing Denver. We're not facing a juggernaut of a 4-down rush group. So, no, I'm not as concerned about that as maybe I should be.
It is Friday, December 19th. How long do people have to help with the virtual toy drive before you and Sarah
31st.
And AmFam close up shop?
December 31st, and we're getting close. We just want to get over the finish line. We are close to raising that $50,000 for the American Family Children's Hospital, as we've teamed up again with American Family Insurance through a virtual toy drive. All donations go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. And as I said, American Family Insurance will match every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000. That gets us to $100,000 through the end of this year. Visit amfamkids.org to donate today.
The green and gold game preview is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas is our day.
With star power from across the globe.
It's the stars. They are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
Celebrate the season of Audi at Audi Madison. Take advantage of 1.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. National customer credit is good towards the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but only available until January 5th. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
If you're still hunting for that perfect holiday gift, trust me, go see Jim at Condon Jewelers. They've got the best gold prices in town, so your budget goes further and your gift looks way more impressive under the tree. And hey, holiday shopping can be stressful. If you've picked out the wrong gift, don't worry. Jim and the team at Condon will help you bring it back and find the right one. No pressure, no hassle. Just the kind of help you wish every store offered this time of the year. So make it easy on yourself and make it unforgettable for them. See Jim at Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hey, it's Bobby Stricker. And I'm Izzy Stricker. Golf is a pretty big deal for us, and we want to see it grow. That's why we've teamed up with Good Lion Golf right here in Madison. It's golf apparel made for the course, but perfect for everyday life. From hoodies and jackets to beanies and caps, it's a break from the same old clothes found in the pro shop. Good Lion is designed right here in Madison and is built on community, creativity, and connection. Check out goodliongolf.com and join the humble pride today.
Use code ESPN20 for 20% off your order. That's goodliongolf.com. Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
We're on the Badgers.
Why in God's name, besides money, would you come to Wisconsin?
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I am disgusted with the program situation right now. They have to prove me wrong, and I hope they do.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
One of the weird things about this quirky schedule is that the Packers and Bears will face off in the 211th and 212th meetings in the historic rivalry in a 13-day span. And if you recall, heading into the first meeting at Lambeau Field, we had Andy and Verona.
And if you recall, it's the most wonderful. How does that song go? And if you recall,
I recall Central Park in fall.
But do you
if I recall, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No.
But do you
Partridge
recall
in a Pear Tree?
the most famous,
the most wonderful time
of
all? That's a Rudolph deal.
Yeah,
okay, I thought it was
yeah. That's a hard one to remember because it's not especially popular. But that's okay.
Well, I've been listening to royalty-free music too long.
Do we have a royalty-free Rudolph?
I'll work on it.
Yeah, get on that. So anyway, Andy and Verona called us before that game, and he was he wasn't your typical Bears fan. He wasn't,
He was skeptical. He was feeling it out yet.
And he wasn't, dare I say, jerk story, as some Bears fans are known to be.
No.
So we said, hey, call us back before the next one because it's not that far away.
Yeah, we did.
So before we get to the green and gold game preview, we welcome in Andy the Bears fan, which is how he'll henceforth be known on this program. Andy the Bears fan in Verona on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. Andy, good morning. How you feeling about your team heading into tomorrow night?
I had to write this down because I was at Target when I thought of this, and I don't know
that's
if
a mistake.
I'm cautiously optimistic or hopefully pessimistic.
Okay.
So I don't know. I feel good enough to bet lunch on it with a friend. So that's about where I'm at.
Wait, so what did you write down when you were at Target? To call us?
No, it was. So I was having this internal dialogue, and it was. I don't know if I'm cautiously optimistic. The Bears have given me no reason in the almost 43 years that I've been alive that they can beat Green Bay, but they've looked good this year. And so I don't know if maybe I'm just hopefully pessimistic. I don't.
Hey,
I don't have a reason to believe they'll win, but I feel kind of good about it.
Quick question for you: do you feel how much better do you feel after you saw when they came close to beating us up here? Because I felt like last time, and most Bear fans, we had Sylvie on, and it felt like most Bear fans were guarding their hearts last time, and now it feels like Bear fans believe because the game was so close and the fact that they beat. Is that where you're at?
A little bit, yeah. I talking with some friends, and I listen to Chicago sports, and they always do the, you give your predictions, and so I had Green Bay winning that game 27-17. So the fact that it was a one-score game kind of gave me 2018 vibes. It felt a little bit like a moral victory, like a little bit of
a double doink,
Monday night game. No, well, it was the first game with I can't believe I'm forgetting the guy's name now. The
Matt LaFleur,
the linebacker that they got. No, back in 2018 when it was Matt Nagy's first year.
Khalil Mack?
And they had gotten Khalil Mack. And so, they looked good the first half thank you, Jesse.
I'm shocked as well, everyone, but you're welcome.
The level of surprise
good. Aaron
in
Rodgers
everyone's voice there was gold.
Oh, when Rodgers got hurt and came back down 20-0.
Rodgers got hurt. He came back, and you go, all right, they lost, but they looked like they could finally hang, and they couldn't. And that was kind of the vibe I got a couple weeks ago. The game didn't go, they didn't show up in the first half, but they came back, they made adjustments, and they looked like they could finally hang. And so, kind of going back to my predictions, my heart says Green Bay 27, Bears 24. The homer, the meatball in me says Bears 27, Green Bay 17.
All right, Andy, two quick questions before we get to our green and gold game preview without you. Number one, you've heard our buddy Cap talk about how he'd rather have Caleb Williams than Jordan Love right now. Do you agree with him?
100%. I think this will be the first time again in my lifetime that I can confidently say within the next year the Bears will have the better quarterback.
Wow. Okay. He's okay. And secondly, are you going to be wearing tomorrow night your Tom Waddle jersey while you watch the game?
No, that has been framed since day one. And I'm sitting here staring at it. I got it right in front of my work desk. So that's the first thing I see when I want to take a mental break from my emails is Tom Waddle with the infinite wisdom that Tom has that just says, bear down.
Just wait, Andy. I don't know if you listened to our show yesterday, but do you know that Tom Waddle thinks Rocky IV sucks? And does that at all change your view in getting rid of that jersey in your office?
That's a little upsetting to hear.
Yes!
But whenever last year I had to dress up for a Christmas work party, and it was dress up as your favorite Christmas movie character. And I have a Rocky Balboa onesie, so that's what I wore to work, trying to convince everybody Rocky IV is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Because
they fight on Christmas.
Ivan Drago.
Right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Effectively,
Great call.
Yeah.
Andy,
anyway,
we appreciate
it.
We appreciate you calling in, and say hi to Lacey and the girls for me. And we love you guys. All right, so time now for the green and gold game preview.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the green and gold game preview.
The Green Bay Packers.
Jesse, is Andy confident or not? I can't.
No.
I couldn't really tell.
Didn't sound very confident.
No, he's not.
He likes you.
Still,
he's
still
sounds like he's
guarding
buying
his
like
heart.
a small salad lunch, and just in case they lose. Like I didn't really get a sense he's overly confident about what's going on.
No, he's guarding his heart. You diagnosed. Now, again, I don't know how other Bears fans are feeling. We can check in with Jim Rutledge at some point if we want. But look, this is the biggest game they've played at Soldier Field since when?
Their playoff game. 2018, 2019,
Yeah.
whatever year that
Yeah,
was.
that Eagle double doink game. Yeah.
Yep.
The double doink.
That's a long time since you've played a really big game, so it'll be interesting to see. But Ben Johnson, he's got those guys believing. There's no question about that. All right, Jesse, what do you got?
Believe that.
Our green and gold game preview for the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears Saturday night at Soldier Field. Usually I start by asking you what's the big storyline. I think we all pretty obviously can see that there's a massive storyline here with winning the NFC North and playoff positioning and whatnot.
That's a good storyline.
So what I ask you is this to lead off our green and gold game preview. Do you believe Saturday night's game is this year's NFC North championship game?
Yeah, I don't believe. I almost fully believe that. Now, the Bears' schedule gets tight, and I don't know. Detroit, we've seen it doesn't matter if they're eliminated from the playoffs or not. They still play gung ho, ready to rock and roll. the Bears still have a little bit of a gauntlet left, even if they do beat us. But they'll be a game and a half up, which is a lot with only 2 to go. That means their margin for error is pretty big. So Green Bay wins it. It's a wrap. Chicago wins it. What's less carbs than a wrap? You got your big, heavy sandwich. Then you go with a nice wrap.
What would
lettuce, be like a
lettuce wrap?
Yeah, it's a lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
So the Packers win, it's a nice, just a good wrap. And if the Bears win, it's a lettuce wrap.
Not to be confused with Wrap City, which we've also had today.
No, Packers win, it's Wrap City. FYI. It's over.
Okay. And what kind of wrap is it then, if it's Wrap City?
Chicken Caesar. Nice chicken Caesar. Buffalo chicken.
Buffalo chicken, yeah.
Yeah, I wish this game was the last game of the season instead of the third to last game of the season.
You sure need a genie right now. You got a lot of wishing. I wish they played to 25. I wish overtime never ended in the NFL. I
don't think if I had a genie, I'd use them up on those two.
That's 3 wishes. You're wishing you were Larry Hagman today. You wished you were jumping in that little genie bottle and that little deal with what's-her-face. What was Jeannie's name in it? What was her real name? You're wishing you were cuddled up down there with all the dreams and the wishes you could have, and your wishes are weird. Like, I would go with a lot bigger things like world peace, other things. You're wishing that the Packers played the Bears at the end of the season rather than world peace and all this other stuff. You're a fascinating fellow, Wilde. Jay. Yeah, you are.
A couple things. First of all, didn't
Who
realize.
Is that? What's Jeannie's name again?
Barbara Eden.
Edens. Yeah.
No, just Eden.
Any relation to Wes?
No, different names.
Any relation to the Bucks
No.
owners?
No. I didn't realize that my wishes were
Boy,
binding.
they stink, huh?
Yeah, I would have used them differently.
It's not good.
I
wish they were better.
Yeah, I do. Put that in your wish bucket, Genie.
I wish I had $1 million. Volleyball played a 5th set to 25, and that the Bucks would have beat the Raptors on Thursday night.
Those are some real odd wishes that were put out there.
Did Chucky Hepburn play?
I don't know.
Check the box score. What's next?
Besides Jordan Love, which player will most impact the amount of success the Green Bay Packers have on Saturday night, Tausch?
Edgerrin Cooper. I think this needs to be an Edgerrin Cooper game. And, there's been all this discussion about Micah being gone and what are we going to do and how is this going to go? And Jason, I thought, brought this when he was asking questions and, glazing up on Hafley a little bit and then he's glazing back. You just, that little smirk. It's almost as if, you know what, man, not that we've had to change things, even though you did with Micah. You just feel like Coop hasn't really been unleashed. And I just get the sense he's got some stuff for Coop on Saturday. We'll see if that's accurate, but I would be surprised if you don't see Coop getting after it in the backfield and making some impact plays on Saturday night.
Great answer. Couldn't agree with you more. That said, I'm going to go with Kingsley Enagbare, who also is questionable on the injury report with a illness. But as Tausch so correctly said in the moment and then thereafter, his third down play near the goal line in the first meeting with the Bears, play the game. And so now he's going to, if he's healthy enough, if he's not, throwing up and stuff, he's going to be in position to have more opportunities.
Throwing up and stuff.
I wish he was feeling better.
Jeez. He's throwing up and stuff.
Next.
Not really curious what the and stuff is. I think we can leave that to the imagination.
It does not appear, I don't know if Chucky went back down to the G League or what, but Chucky did not register any stats in last night's tilt.
That's too bad. The Packers' wishes
Does
come
Chucky
through.
get invited back for that fake the COVID national championship? Like if they do hey, we won the whatever publication gave us that COVID championship.
ESPN.
Is he back at the Kohl Center?
Basketball Power
ESPN,
Index.
Perhaps maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah, if they do a 10-year reunion, sure, why not?
We invite him back?
He was on the team, yeah.
All right, I'm on board. Okay.
The Packers' wishes come true, and they beat the Chicago Bears on Saturday night. If blank, fill in the blank, Tausch.
Yeah, this is going to just need to be the third down percentage is everything in this game. Caleb Williams threw, 57%, 54%, I think, because my prize picks didn't hit on that one. Third down needs to be better, and part of that is getting them in longer third down, not letting them get into normal 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2s. So this game is going to be a third down game. Whoever is going to be more efficient on that is who I think wins the game. So the Bears obviously did not do well in that in the first half of the last time these two teams played. Green Bay needs to take more advantage when they are stopping them and then not allowing what we saw in that second half, which is you completely got worn out because you couldn't get off the field on third down.
Tausch is right again. I agree with Tausch.
You know what, Jason? I'm going to jump in that bottle with you. It's a little wider-necked bottle now. I'm going to wish. Wishing.
Is that one of the fat guy jokes that you apparently do on a lot of the Badger radio broadcasts?
That's how LePay and I got to be top 5 fat guy jokes, and then me shutting my mouth. I'm jumping in there. I want that third down I want that third down percentage to be less than 25%. That's my wish for Saturday.
My wish for you. Jesse, I noticed, and maybe you just assume it now, but it does not say in the third portion of the Green and Gold game preview besides turnovers. And Jordan Love has thrown 3 interceptions. You can say whatever you want about what they were like, but 3 interceptions in the last 2 games. He had the one against the Bears that he bounced back beautifully from. He had the one that Patrick Surtain may be the only corner in the NFL who can make that play. And then he has the bad one where he throws behind Wicks, although Wicks did get his hand on it. The Bears defense is fueled entirely. It's like the bizarro Packers defense. They're fueled entirely by takeaways. I mean, if they play a clean game, I don't think they lose. I think it's that simple against this Bears team. I really do. So we'll
all
see.
right, I'm gonna change my wish, Larry, Jeannie. I wish that they play a clean game and don't turn the ball over. That's what I'm gonna change my wish to.
Does that knock world peace out of the list for you, or do you still have room for that?
No, world peace is still up there. I'm not because I don't care about the 15 to 25 thing. That doesn't bother me like it did.
So the Bucks beat the Raptors, world peace, and the Packers win the turnover margin on Saturday night.
No, I'm not. Also, Bucks Raptors isn't part of my 3 wishes either. And why is it 3 wishes?
I don't know. It's the rules. Robin Williams said.
Okay, that's fair. I just was curious. That's the rules.
Let's play some trivia, shall we? I wish we could get a reasonable caller for Wilde and Tausch trivia. Jesse,
what is 3? It's got to be caller 3 for the 3
How
wishes.
does that? That's not really fair to the streamers.
You know what? Too bad. Life's not fair.
Yeah.
15 or 25? What do we play to? Caller 3, apparently, for Wilde and Tausch trivia. The category is Bear Down, Chicago Bears. Caller 3 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Tausch will tell us about Tito's Vodka before we play.
Oh, we love Tito's Vodka, whether you're tailgating before the game, if you're watching the game live, or after a big win or a big loss, or holiday parties. You know what's great? Oh, holiday party. I don't know what to even take over there. What should I grab? Well, go grab a handle of Tito's, because you know what? They make great drinks. You can put anything in them. Not only does Tito's make great drinks, they also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our 4-legged friends. I kind of miss that. I miss Augie. Little cute dog being around, hanging around in the house. Hopefully we get to see Augie again soon.
Or you could just get a dog yourself.
That's a wish of mine. I wish. Next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. crafted to be savored responsibly.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you and your loved ones a happy holiday season from Grassland Dairy. Well, as you gather with friends and family to celebrate the season, remember that no holiday spread is complete without the pure and delicious taste of Grassland Butter on your table. For toast, pancakes, dinner rolls, and everything in between, Grassland Butter is the gift that keeps on giving. Grassland Dairy, again, extends a huge thank you to all of the hardworking dairy farmers across the state of Wisconsin. Without them producing such high-quality ingredients, Grassland would not be able to deliver that pure and delicious flavor on your table that we've all come to know and love. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Since 1904, there's no better product and no better taste than Grassland Butter. Happy holidays from Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. A season-ending heartbreak. Wisconsin volleyball falling short in the national semifinal to Kentucky in 5 sets. The Badgers looking dominant to kick off the match, a convincing 25-12 set victory out of the gates. However, the Wildcats playing the long game with Wisconsin, watching its 68.2 opening hit percentage drastically drop in the next 4 sets. Despite bringing it within 1 in the final set, it was too little too late for the Wisconsin Badgers. Their season ends in the Final Four, a final record of 28-5. A bitter end to the season, but a ride Wisconsin fans will never forget.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, you know, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
The Don has spoken.
Everybody has the same issues. Everyone has NIL issues. Everyone has transfer portal issues. It's up to our guys to figure out how to manage it.
The Barry Alvarez Show, Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN.
Getting you ready for Packers-Bears. We'll continue to do so during the 10 o'clock hour. But first, It's time for trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's welcome in our contestants. It is Andrew. We had an Andy already. Now we've got Andrew in Kenosha. Andrew, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, boys. I'm doing good.
So if your buddies are shortening that, are they shortening it to Andy, Drew, or none of the above?
None of the above.
Okay. Andrew?
I've actually got a fun fact for you, though. It's fitting that I'm doing the Chicago trivia. I actually lived down in Chicago for 5 years. I actually was there when the Packers won the Super Bowl. That was amazing.
Because you just reveled in your joy while all your Bears fan friends were in their feelings. Is that why?
Yeah. I mean, NFC Championship game, Packers bar, Wills Northwoods, shout out. And that was
good
a ton of fun. And then after the Super Bowl,
good ice cream down there.
Literally running up and down the streets in a driver jersey and cabs honking at me and everything. It was unforgettable.
Your Tauscher jersey was in the wash. I get it. All right, let's play trivia. The category is Bear Down Chicago. Sorry about that.
Mustard stain. A little sauerkraut.
You're more of a horseradish guy, aren't you?
I like horseradish and sour.
Okay. All right, question one, Andrew, is this. Prior to his current role, Chicago Bears president Kevin Warren served as the commissioner of which college conference? Was it the Big Ten, the SEC, or the Missouri Valley?
Good.
Big Ten.
Indeed. Tausch, big fan of his work. Question two.
Yeah, canceled seasons and then uncanceled. And hell of a job, K-Dub.
Heck of a job there, Brownie. Question two, Andrew, is this. George Halas is the winningest coach in Chicago Bears history with 318 victories.
Wow.
Mike Ditka is second with 106. With 81 career victories as the Bears head coach, who is number 3 on that list? Is it Dave Wannstedt, Matt Nagy, or Lovie Smith?
It's got to be Lovie Smith.
It does have to be Lovie Smith, indeed.
I would agree.
They fired him.
Yeah, it's worked out well for them since. They finally got a guy that looks like he knows what he's doing. All right. Question 3, Andrew, is this. The Chicago Bears' single-season record for both passing yards and passing touchdowns by a quarterback, as opposed to by a wide receiver, was set in the same season by which of these players? Is it Jay Cutler, Eric Kramer, or Rex Grossman? It's a good question.
It is.
I would have gotten it wrong.
I think I'm going to go Eric Kramer.
I would have said Jay Cutler, and I would have been wrong.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't have to use up one of my... Now I don't have to use up one of my wishes to say I wish you would have guessed Eric Kramer, because I'm already out of them according to the wish arbiter, Mark Tauscher / Barbara Eden. Andrew, you got all 3 right. That means you got 4 entries into the drawing later in the show. Enjoy the game on Saturday night, and we appreciate you, buddy. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys. Go Pack Go. Thank you.
That is Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs. We believe in better. The 10 o'clock hour will include the weekend preview, a visit from Rob Demovsky, and the Steinhoffel's Sleepers of the Week, So stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears meet Saturday night at Soldier Field, likely with the NFC North Division title for the season on the line. Kickoff is set for 7:20, nationally televised on Fox. The Packers are listed as 1.5-point favorites for tomorrow night's game. All you need to get set for Packers-Bears from today until kickoff tomorrow here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wilde and Tausch continues until noon with ESPN NFL Nation Packers reporter Rob Demovsky, scheduled to appear in about 10 minutes. Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 4 this afternoon. Jim, Matt, and Molly from 4 to 6. And if that's not enough, tomorrow, Green Bay Game Day gets you set for kickoff from 4 o'clock until 7:20 right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. One other note, Wisconsin volleyball falls in the national semifinal last night to Kentucky in 5 sets.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now, and it begins with the weekend preview.
My special weekend preview music, royalty free.
Well, I would think that if you weren't an ESPN affiliate, you would have to pay some sort of royalties.
Well, that's true. I think this one, for whatever reason, is okay. So until they tell us otherwise, we're good on YouTube and Spotify.
This is an easy
else.
one. Wisconsin's volleyball national championship on Sunday. That's what I want to watch.
That would have been an option had they pulled it off after going up 2-1 last
big
night.
ABC too, right?
Yeah,
on the big,
ABC,
big network.
2:30 on Sunday afternoon. Kentucky and Texas A&M meeting in an all-SEC national championship match.
Didn't the Big Ten have the most teams in the tournament?
They did. 9 teams. No. The NFL slate, we'll talk more about the college football playoff a little bit later in the show. The NFL slate this weekend. Eagles Commanders, your appetizer before Packers-Bears on Saturday, 4 o'clock on Fox.
Marcus Mariota.
Scout the Eagles. Commanders are out of it. Then your Sunday games. Wide open slate on Sunday with no Packers game and no Badgers volleyball.
Well, I know which one I'm watching.
Bills-Browns, noon Sunday on CBS. That's
that ain't it.
Not it. This one, according to the NFL coverage map, the state is divided in half. Madison may get one game. Milwaukee may get another. I have a feeling this may change as we get closer to kickoff.
Would a quick question before you give that. Mm-hmm. So would someone like, say, Ashton Rotman or Tier 2 demoted Tyler, if and when he does move to Oconomowoc, would they be able to get both games?
No. According to the NFL coverage map that I saw on online this morning.
You checked specifically about
I always do.
Milwaukee?
I always do. Well, I checked the Milwaukee TV market and the Madison TV market.
Okay.
The Milwaukee
Which
TV...
Which one is Oconomowoc in?
Milwaukee. The Milwaukee TV market slated to get Chargers Cowboys.
How about Johnson's Creek? Which one's Johnson's Creek?
Good one.
I think they're Milwaukee.
What about Exonia?
Right. I'm not
I
Google.
love Exonia.
Ask ChatGPT. Chargers Cowboys noon Sunday on Fox in Milwaukee, according to the coverage map. Vikings Giants.
Why are they playing in Milwaukee?
No.
I love AmFam Field. I'll tell you what. I love that they're getting more revenue out of AmFam. We got to get those Brewers a little more cash. Put NIL money for them. I like that.
I cannot tell you how much it bothers me right now that I found that funny.
I shouldn't even have brought this up. I should have just said here.
So if you had rabbit
Chargers,
ears, though,
Cowboys.
if you had like the rabbit ears on your TV, you could potentially get both. In a
Theoretically, if you have the rabbit ears and you live in Johnson Creek, you could get both of these games if you can get both TV signals.
Glad you brought it up.
Although,
what is the line for our YouTube dwellers?
God.
Can you tell us what the line of demarcation is between Madison and Milwaukee TV market?
Lake Mills is Madison. Johnson Creek, I believe, is Milwaukee.
Oh, that's right there. So that strip mall is the line of demarcation.
Yeah. Now, Beaver Dam gets a little tricky sometimes because when I lived there, we had both the Madison and the Milwaukee channels.
Good example.
So Watertown could. I think that's pretty strictly Milwaukee.
The Goslings.
The Goslings.
Whatever.
Rick Gosselin, not the mascot for Watertown.
Never should have brought this up.
No, it's been really. I've really enjoyed this actually.
Jesse, the game of the day: Denver, Jacksonville. Period. Fin. Like I don't know what time or who's broadcasting it.
What?
You know what I found interesting? Yeah.
What
I found interesting is CBS has done they've done a quiet promotion. A quiet promotion of J.J. Watt to the #1 analyst chair. Something to watch. That game, they're putting Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt on the bigger game this week. When have you ever seen that happen? I haven't seen it. Quiet promotion.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what to address first on this. Jacksonville, Denver is a 3:05 kickoff on Fox.
Ooh, that's wrong then.
Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt are calling the Browns-Bills game at noon on CBS.
Why are they playing in Milwaukee?
I was misled. You better check that again because I was misled.
Okay, I checked. Yep, we're good. I got it. Looking at it right here.
All right, which game is Nance and Romo on?
They are on Steelers-Lions. Aaron Rodgers could clinch the Packers a playoff berth. That's your 3:25 game on Sunday. And Patriots-Ravens, your Sunday night game. Jaguars-Broncos, standalone 3:05 game on Fox. Neither of the markets we have discussed in Wisconsin slated to get that game. We will either get Vikings-Giants or Chargers-Cowboys in the noon window.
Yeah, they have to stop shoving the Vikings down our throats when the season's over for them. Like most of us would rather see the Jags-Broncos, two really good teams. They got to start getting better about distribution on that.
Steelers-Lions is the game to watch. I don't know why Mark Tauscher and J.J. Watt and whoever else is promoting the Jaguars and the Broncos game, which is apparently not being broadcast in either of the markets that we were discussing, correct?
And unless you got YouTube TV, it ain't going to be on.
I heard
Beaver Dam, Johnson Creek, Oconomowoc, or anywhere.
Somehow Beaver Dam gets it. We're not sure how, but they do.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to see that game, I'm guessing you take a short drive down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. I bet they'll have that on a TV somewhere.
That's a good option.
Well, they got a great sports book. They got all kinds of great slots and table games and food. Oh, that UU Noodle Bar, still need to get down there and get there. But now is the time to experience what true high-limit play feels like, surrounded by the rhythm, indulgence, and the unmistakable energy of the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We elevate that high-limit room experience and deliver premium table games that are tailored for discerning players. Enhanced game rules include blackjack, where the dealer stands on that soft 17. You enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. And they got that great sports book. Not feeling great anymore about our J-Love MVP. A W tomorrow night gets us right where we want to be for our other two. We'll be cashing those. And the great news is it's only going to take Jesse 60 minutes to drive down there to collect our winnings. Again, it's only a 60-minute drive down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've told you for a while about how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and it's especially great around the holidays. Now huddle up. The holidays just got a game changer. Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back with 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at $19.99. It's an easy way to feed the family and still be ready in time for kickoff. The Triple Treat Box, only at Pizza Hut. Order online at pizzahut.com or in the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
As the Packers prepare to travel to Chicago for tomorrow night's showdown against the first-place Bears, Green Bay's defense gets ready for its first game without star pass rusher Micah Parsons. Reigning All-Pro safety Xavier McKinney says even without the team's sack leader, they still have good players on their defense.
We lost a great player and a very impactful player for our team and our defense, but at the same time, we got really good players.
Win and you're in first place of the NFC North with only 2 weeks in the regular season remaining. It's Packers-Bears, 7:20 from Soldier Field on Saturday night. I'm Alex Stroh.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hear that creaking? That's not the cold Madison wind or your holiday decorations. It's your joints reminding you the year's almost over. At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, you can use your end-of-year health benefits before they disappear. From an achy back and stiff hips to those knees that aren't bending like they used to, they've got you covered with same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Head to their location just off the Beltline whenever you need. Don't wait, your benefits won't roll over, but you can roll right into Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin today.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality, selection, and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
The holidays are full of moments worth saving. Family dinners, cozy nights, holiday parties that last all night. And Carbless makes every one of them better. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor, 0 sugars, 0 carbs, and only 100 calories and gluten-free. Carbless is the gift that keeps on giving. A guilt-free cocktail that never compromises on taste, turning every sip into a little celebration. This season, bring bliss to every holiday moment with Carbless. Full of flavor, no compromise.
Pro Volleyball is back in Madison. The 2026 Love Madison schedule is here. Setter of the Year Lauren Carlini and hometown favorite Claire Chausset return to the court, ready to lead a powerhouse lineup of world-class talent. Get ready for non-stop action. Every serve, every volley, and every win, right here in Madison. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the unforgettable moments all season long. Visit lovb.com to check out the full schedule and secure your seats today. Volleyball is the next major league.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
If this is dumb, please tell me.
Dude, I've known you now for 2 years. You have not asked me one dumb question.
First time for everything.
Now, if this one is dumb, I'm just not going to respond. You'll just see me turn over here and turn my head.
Should have been here the last 28 years before you Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh! Wow! Wow!
I just want to publicly thank Jeff Halfley for not laughing at that joke. And joining us now, the purveyor of zingers in the media auditorium. It is Rob Demovsky on Wilde and Tausch. Rob, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
We're great, thank you.
Rob, do you have that in the holster, or because your timing? I'm telling you, man, that was comedic. Comedically, your timing was money.
It was an easy one. Jason set that up perfectly. You know, like it was. I couldn't let it pass, and it would have been. It would have been any. I would have said the same thing to anybody about anybody. It was not. It was more. It was the joke, not the person.
I don't know about
for a guy that
Jason,
gives me a hard.
You agree with that? You agree?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have done that to other people.
Yeah.
For a guy that gives me a hard time for how much I devote my life to my children, are you wearing a homemade sweatshirt?
Oh boy,
is that what that is?
Sweatshirt. The Lawrence men's basketball coach's wife made these and took like cartoon pictures of everybody. There's Hogan right there. That
nice. That's cool.
That's
great. I
beard?
love it.
Oh, it's a good looking beard. All right.
It's not a beard.
What's his numbers?
What is it?
Pointing to the wrong kid.
What's it? Oh, just wait. No, he's the redhead with the beard, right? Like Bill Walton.
There's no beard there. That's just a chatter.
What are you talking about? That's not a beard. That looks like Bill Walton.
This is like Tausch when he went to a gymnastics meet and cheered for a kid that wasn't eligible.
Yeah, I'm seeing it wrong. Rob, give us a quick update on numbers for your kids. What are we at? 12, 20?
It does kind of look like a beard. He's number 10.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What are the stat? Give us the stat line quick. What's the stat line?
Their record 6-3, Tausch, after being 6-19 all of last year, so we're heading in the right direction.
Oh wow!
I think Hogan's averaging around 9 or 10 a game. So,
okay. And their coach have a radio show also that they gave up, or is this coach been doing this full time for the whole time?
Full time. Although D3 guys probably could use a second job. That was
Amen
funny.
to that.
I like that. That was funny.
Thanks. I'm just learning from you. I'm watching you, Rob.
Should have seen the first 28.
Hey, I know, Tausch, real quick, I heard you guys in the last segment talking about the Badger volleyball team and, like, wanting to watch the championship match. So I watched it from start to finish yesterday, and I'll admit I do not know a lot about volleyball, but I don't understand why they didn't set to the Booth kid, like, more often. She was unbelievable. Yep. And in that fourth set, they never even went to her. I don't get it.
I know. And she was getting pulled out. I'm not going to judge Kelly Sheffield. I don't know either. But what I do know is the second set is what killed us. We just had error after error. And
service error.
Let's talk Packers because it was a bad loss for the volleyball team. We should have won. Yeah. And we should have played.
I enjoy high-level volleyball. I really do.
Oh, it's entertainment-wise, you ain't going to beat it.
Great.
Non-stop action. Love it.
As someone who believes in the interest of fairness, how's Roan's season going before we move forward?
Yeah, well, the Eau Claire Blue Golds are ranked 20th in the country and are 10-0. So, and he's basically this. he's basically the 6th or 7th guy, first or second guy off the bench as a freshman. So going pretty well for him.
So the Blue Golds have 10 wins. The Packers have 10 players on their injury report listed as questionable.
Oh,
who do you
what
like?
A pro.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I do.
Wow.
I got an eyelash in my eye though, which is frustrating.
Getting the train back on the track.
Of those 10, who do you feel the best about playing? I told Tausch earlier, to me, this is about Evan Williams, Zach Tom, Christian Watson, and Josh Jacobs more than anyone else.
Yeah, boy, I don't think Evan Williams is going to go. And from the sound of it, Zach Tom doesn't sound like he's going to go. The question there is it Darian Kennard at right tackle or Jordan Morgan? I wouldn't be totally surprised if, Kennard's been on the injury report this week too. So could we see Jordan Morgan at right tackle, where it's about the only position that he really hasn't played? Well, I guess maybe he played a few snaps there. But I would expect Christian Watson to play. Josh Jacobs is an interesting one. He even yesterday in the locker room looked like he was limping a little bit, or at least dragging his leg. But man, you listen to him, and this is a tough guy, man. He probably should have missed more than one game. Field Yates, our one of our ESPN NFL analysts, and of course he's a fantasy expert, texted me this morning asking me what my gut feeling on him was, and I said, the way he was hobbling around the locker room yesterday, I'd be a little surprised if he plays, but he's so tough that it wouldn't surprise me. And he just replied back, makes total sense. He is a tough SOB, and I just I wouldn't rule him out, but I would say if anyone was leaning more toward doubtful, I would say it would be, Jacobs, Tom, and Evan Williams. The Christian Watson thing is remarkable. I mean, if probable existed, he'd be probable, right? You go from the emergency room to the practice field in 3 days, and then the game field 6 days later.
Rob, you said Jordan Morgan. What's going to happen what's your best bet? Because I think most of us kind of assumed it was going to be Kennard. Not, is it just the injury thing, or do you think the Packers want to get him back out there?
I think it's a little bit of both, Tausch. I think they probably, maybe they feel like he is a tackle, okay, which the guard experiment ended, and maybe they want to see how he can do it right tackle. Maybe there's a rotation there. We have seen how many times over the last couple of years them rotate guys. I don't think it's necessarily anything that Kennard has done or not done well. They do like that package with him as the 6th offensive lineman, so maybe they would prefer to only use him in that package and not anybody else. But I just have a suspicion that we could maybe see a rotation there.
Talking with Rob Demovsky from ESPN.com.
Jay, you got that same suspicion? You smell that same what Rob's cooking?
I'm going to defer to those who were smelling things at practice while I was talking to you.
Well, I mean, we don't. I'll preface it by saying we don't see any 11-on-11 at practice. So nothing from that I saw at practice would necessarily lend toward that because we don't see it. But I just from talking to some people, I don't think it's out of the question that Morgan could get a shot.
Well, and I thought, and what I was going to say, Rob, was that when I asked Stenovich about the plan, he was more hemmy and hawey than I ever am. And look, when we look at their history at right tackle, when Zach Tom hasn't been available, Kennard goes in the Lions game. On a short week, they start belting.
Yeah.
Like Darian Kennard, well, he's a rookie second-round pick, and I was surprised by that on a short week with not a lot of time for the guy to prep as a rookie that they started him. Then, to Rob's point, they go to Cleveland. Tom plays one snap. Then they go to Jordan Morgan first.
And
that's then they have to move Jordan Morgan, right, due to the injury. So my feeling is that Rob's probably more clued in than I am, but I thought the way Stenovich hemmed and hawed, and B, the idea that Kennard is there's a lot of letters, on the injury report too, and B, he is that tight end guy. And I don't know if they have another guy, and Steno did say that does factor in. So I'm with Rob. I would not be surprised by that.
Yeah, I think I forgot, honestly, the Steno thing, too, and I think that lends itself even to more speculation.
So if Christian Watson is playing and having the impact that he makes, is it as simple as him playing that makes you feel much better about the Packers winning this game? On the flip side, the Bears are going to be without two of their top 3 wide receivers.
Yeah, and they were without 1 or 2 of them the last time, too, right? Odunze did not play in the game here, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I mean, look, you just look at their offense since Week 8 when Christian Watson came back. It's been different. It's just been a different way of attacking teams. It's been a different production level. And look, Christian Watson had a little bit of that flex tape on his shoulder, and that was it, man. He looked like nothing had happened to him. So I feel good about him and what he means in this offense. I think, Jaden Reed I've got to believe is going to be more and more involved as he gets back. Will this be his 3rd game back? So I do think they have a lot of things going for them offensively. Josh Jacobs obviously is a big question mark, but the one game that he didn't play, Emmanuel Wilson was, I was going to say serviceable, but I think he was more than serviceable, with 107 yards. I realized he didn't have any, the average wasn't great because he carried it 28 times, but he was definitely more than serviceable.
Rob, you had that great quip, but the answer and how Jeff Hafley carries himself, you been – is there any coach in the 28, 30, however many years you've been doing it, that's been more impressive up there on that podium than Jeff Hafley?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I always thought, and in a different way, Joe Philbin was so smart up there. Joe Philbin was the intelligence and the way he communicated things. It's not necessarily maybe like a rallier, a rally guy. Hafley is, is a leader of men in that way. But Joe Philbin was impressive up there in his smarts. This goes back a ways, but from a defensive coordinator standpoint, Fritz Shurmur was you wanted to play, for Fritz Shurmur, right? If you were a guy who really liked to get after it. Now Shurmur would get after you too. He would chew butt on anybody. I don't know if Hafley's that way, but Jeff Hafley has everything you'd want in terms of a leader. He's a good coach. He has good schemes. He seems to know how to call plays, and he's good in front of the room. He's an impressive guy.
And what do you think if you're plotting out how his approach will be without Micah Parsons, do you think he feels they're good enough to get home with 4 consistently, or do you think he's going to revert back to what? So you think there'll be some simulated pressures and more Edgerrin Cooper, and that's what you anticipate?
And Quay Walker, and sending him, not sending them, but making it look like they're sending him. The other thing too, was it Evan Williams or Bullard or McKinney? Those guys blitzed a decent amount last. It wasn't McKinney so much because he was patrolling the back end, but I feel like there was some very timely safety blitzes last year as well, if I remember right. So I think he opens the playbook up and dials up all kinds of different stuff. I really think you'll see him go back to that, where not just saying we can win with 4 because we've got Micah, and I do think that he will adjust.
And he sent Keyshawn Nixon at times last year as well. Yeah, and by the way, to Tausch's and your point, Zinger notwithstanding, the question that prompted that was about how much carryover there is from the stuff that they spent all offseason and training camp. I'm not saying that they're in any way that they're better without Micah Parsons, but they might be better equipped for that loss than they would have been had they acquired him in March.
That's the first thing I said to Xavier McKinney in the locker room in Denver. I said, look, you guys prepared the whole offseason like you didn't have Micah. And I realized you had Kenny Clark, but this isn't the end of the world, right? No disrespect to Micah, but you prepared for a season without him, without even thinking you were ever going to have him. So, and that's when he gave this blank ain't over, right? Like this is not over. And I think there's something to that, Jason. I really do.
Rob, which defense is better? Off of Jason's preface, because any of us that would sit here and make a statement that the defense without Micah is better, but the stats are the stats. And last year's group turned the ball over a lot more than what this defense has. And I think most of the other numbers are pretty similar. How would you kind of rate last year's defense in comparison to what this group's done?
I would, without looking, I would push back on the fact that I don't think their pressure numbers were this good last year. But I don't. Okay. I can't give you statistical evidence of that.
Jesse did that at the car wash. Jesse's got he had a 6-hour car wash that he got all those stats. So he'll put those out after you get done talking.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. I may use some of that, but no, I do think you're right. I mean, it was a really good defense last year that took the ball away, that maybe didn't pressure the quarterback as well. This year, it's a good defense in terms of pressuring the quarterback and just didn't take the ball away. I have always maintained, Tausch, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think living by the takeaway is a hard way to go, because when you play really good teams in the playoffs that aren't going to turn the ball over, and that's what you relied on all year to win defensively, I think it's a hard way to go in the playoffs. I mean, a lot of those Mike Sherman defenses were, with Ed Donatel, they were sort of predicated on taking the ball away. And when they couldn't take it away, they didn't go very far in the playoffs. So, now I guess if you look at the flip side of it, there were some key takeaways in that playoff run in 2010, but I don't think that defense necessarily relied on the takeaway. The takeaways were supplemented, to what they already did well.
So you'd say this year's defense is better than last year's?
I do. I think it's better.
Okay.
Those takeaway defenses, it's especially hard in a playoff game when your quarterback throws 6 interceptions. 3 of them are returned for touchdowns, and Mark Tauscher registers 2 of the 3 tackles on the ones that were not returned for touchdowns.
And had they left him in the game, he probably could have thrown 1 or 2 more picks, right? They
he
pulled
definitely
him about 5
minutes. Rob, last thing for me. As you get ready to head down to your native land of Chicago, do you have a feel for this game? Like, I've had so many people ask me about what my vibe is, and it's weird that they're playing twice in 13 days.
Very weird.
But I think the Packers are the better team. I believe that even without Micah Parsons. Where are you on that?
Yeah, I do. And here's the other thing, too, I think, Jason, is that regardless of what happens Saturday night, I don't know if the Bears win another game after that. Even if they win this game, I don't know if they beat San Francisco and Detroit. I would be if I had to bet on whether the Bears would go 2-0 or 0-2 in the next stretch after the final stretch, I would put money on 0-2. So I don't necessarily think this is the end all be all game. It's obviously very important. I do think the Packers, I think they're the better team. I also think that we've seen this over the years, that when a team has so many injuries and, people I don't want to say the Packers are being counted out, but when it looks like it's stacked against you, sometimes teams come up and play really well in the face of that. I mean, I know this goes back a long, long way, but I'm guessing you're going to think of the same game I did out in New England. They sign like 3 corners off the street or safeties or something off the street. Your memory's way better than mine, but they picked up some guys that basically didn't play, and they went out to New England and won the game.
Bryant Westbrook, former top 5 pick, has an interception in that game. They signed him on Wednesday, and a guy named Todd Franz, who got the call from the Packers while he was hanging drywall with his father-in-law. Much like when they got Brett Good, who was pouring concrete when the Packers called him to be the long snapper.
Right, and they obviously they're not adding any guys off the street, but they are. This is a game where everything you hear, I'm sure on your show, everything you read, this whole week has been about the injuries. Like, that's basically been the storyline this week. So I do think sometimes in those situations, teams rise up and surprise people. And it would not surprise me if the Packers did that.
Do you think they'll promote Colin Oliver or Brenton Cox? They'll activate them off the PUP or IR to help with the pass rush?
Cox, I can see. Oliver, I don't see anyway. I mean, the guy hasn't done anything since college before last week. I don't see Oliver. I think this was let him practice for 3 weeks because he's still got another week of that, I think. Then we'll see. I do think Brenton Cox would not surprise me if they activate him, though.
Rob, did you see the stats Jesse just pulled up? Because I think you'd be surprised at the pressure, or at least the sack number.
They were there for a second. Okay, 20.
Yeah,
total
it down.
defense.
I don't know why.
Okay, they were sixth in total defense both years. They were actually better in points allowed last year. They were better in sacks last year. That's a misleading stat.
It's surprising, isn't it?
But they were not good in pressures last. I mean,
correct.
This is the whole pressure versus sack thing. I mean, the sacks are what everybody looks at. Pressures is a lot higher this year, I would assume, because their pressure rate last year was 25th in the league. Okay. But yeah, that's surprising. It's definitely a little surprising.
It is, no doubt.
It's more surprising that Jesse made the effort to put together that graphic.
I can't believe he had it ready, actually.
Yeah,
that's good
that's
stuff.
very impressive.
Gel's on a roll this week.
You're a pro, Jesse.
Nice reset after that lengthy car wash on Tuesday, and been rested and ready to go. Yeah.
So Rob, do you have a basketball game before the big NFC North first place showdown?
Yeah.
What's the plan there?
The NFL scheduling gods have been good to me. The way with some of these games that have been last minute announcements. The Saturday night game allows me to drive to Chicago tonight to see the Lawrence University Vikings that I'm representing here play the Dominican University Stars, I believe they are. Dominican University is located just 20 minutes outside of downtown Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. Wow. I've never heard of Dominican University, so I've learned something new.
But now we know what Wilde should do down there. He was asking us for tips.
What's the spread on that game? Yeah, Wilde's coming by to watch. What's the spread? Lawrence favored?
I would think so. Dominican, I believe, is 1-9. So this would be a good one for the Vikings to go into Christmas. So anyway, if it was an afternoon Packers game, I would not be able to go to that game. But I will be going to that game and then covering the Packers game on Saturday night. And then Sunday morning driving to Eau Claire for a 3 p.m. tip-off between the 20th-ranked Blue Golds and against North Park University, which there's a big Packers connection in North Park University. Do you guys know what it is?
No, tell us.
I don't. What is it?
The athletic facility at North Park University is the Holmgren Athletic Complex. Kathy Holmgren, Mike's wife, and at least one of their daughters attended North Park University, and they have made a very generous donation. In fact, I talked to Coach Holmgren about a week or two for a story, and I brought up the fact that, hey, I was at North Park last year for a game, and he's like, oh, yeah, what a place, huh? So they donated a lot of money to North Park University, which is also in Chicago, but this game is in Eau Claire.
Safe travels. I will see you in the press box on Saturday night. Thanks, bud.
What a wonderful press box it is.
Indeed, in the spaceship. That is Rob Demovsky, America's basketball dad, and he also covers the Packers from time to time. Tausch, speaking of time, the time has come.
Oh, is it really? We should ask Rob. Jesse, how many miles from Chicago to Eau Claire?
No.
That seems
Don't
like
answer
a
that
lot.
question. Don't do it.
It's not going to be 200 miles.
Can you believe it? 12 miles.
I still don't believe the Gary, Indiana one. I'm still struggling with that one. You don't want to do Eau Claire to...
I am looking it up. Chicago. I don't know these things instantly. Hang on.
Chicago. Well, as Jesse is looking that up, if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift or you just want to upgrade your own gear, you need to check out the sales going on right now at Iron Jock. You know, big believer in their performance apparel. It's tough, it's comfortable, and thanks to their exclusive silver ion technology, it fights that stank. And right now you'll find great deals across their entire lineup, hoodies, tees, shorts, and more. Don't wait. Save big at ironjock.com. That's ironjock.com. Jesse?
It is 316 miles. We are not doing that.
Woo!
We are not.
That is
we are not.
Okay, that's too much. That's too much. All right. We're going to go simple. We're going to go simple.
Well, what if Jesse was going? What if Jesse was going from his hometown of Muskego to Chicago to see Packers Bears and fall asleep in the stands? That's 91 miles from Muskego to Chicago.
Okay, Jesse, is that a little more palatable?
That's much more palatable than 316. Yeah.
All right, caller 91. Caller 91 to win that Iron Jock tumbler. Again, it is beautiful. It's big. It is gorgeous. And we're so thankful to our partners at Iron Jock to do it. Iron Jock tumbler, 844-770-3776. Caller 91, which is light. I apologize to the streamers, but Jesse's had a hell of a week. Again, caller 91, 844-770-3776.
We'll let you know who our winner is, and then we will get ready for our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you a happy holiday season from the great team at Hallman Lindsay Paints. And stick around for Feelgood Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay. Well, if finishing or starting a new paint project is one of your resolutions for the new year, well, then I recommend you do what my family did, and we trusted the pro painters at Hallman Lindsay. All you need to do, stop into any of Hallman Lindsay's Madison area locations, ask to get in touch with a pro painter, and the experienced team will work with you to find the perfect pro for what your project calls for. After all, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint. And don't forget, there's only one paint in Wisconsin made for Wisconsin's weather, and that is Hallman Lindsay Paint. Happy holidays from Hallman Lindsay. Great paint, great people. And stay tuned to enjoy Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
It's time to wrap up an unforgettable year of Prep Mania. Join me, Hunter Vaughn, and the Dean Dennis Sumrow for Prep Mania Weekly this Monday at 7 p.m. We'll count down the top 5 plays, athletes, and storylines from an incredible year. Relive the highlights, the breakout stars, and the top moments of 2025 on Prep Mania Weekly this Monday at 7 p.m. right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always, always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
What was that?
It was just me or, I got such a bargain. Poorly constructed sofa falling apart.
I just bought you.
Yeah, well, I did just turn 3, I mean, at 67 in sofa years. I am so ready to retire and move to Miami.
I knew I should have listened to my mother and bought that other sofa from Steinhafels. It was so strong and comfy.
Tired of furniture that doesn't hold up to its end of the bargain? Steinhafels has quality furniture for every style and budget. Relax. It's Steinhafels.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Jesse, how'd caller 91 work out for you?
Quite well. Dale in Reedsburg was our winner of our Iron Jock Tumbler today. Congratulations to Dale, and he has informed me that he has taken on the project of reviewing trivia results in 2025 and is in the process of compiling statistics and standings for us to put together a trivia tournament of champions.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Jason. I'm not gonna lie to you. It never ceases to amaze me, our fans. Every time I think, man, we have great fans and we have a loyal group, somebody will do something that kind of makes you go, I can't believe that. Dale, we appreciate you. And we need it, because otherwise we would have just made it up. So this is really nice.
And no one is going to go double check your work, so whatever you tell us is what we're going with.
Full. And by the way, I don't know, Dale is a frequent trivia contestant also, right? Is that fair?
Yeah, he's frequently in our text, the Carbless Talking text line.
So,
he's all over.
Here's the deal. Yeah. Unless you guys want to veto this, which is in a democracy like we have on this show, it is possible that you can do that.
Right.
I think I might not allow it, but that's neither here nor there.
Democracy.
Because Dale, I look at our trivia like the World Cup. Dale is now the host. Dale gets in the tournament. If he does all this work, he is the host country. He gets in he gets an auto bid because he's doing all this work. Is that fair?
Yeah, as long as Dale does not come back with, well, here's an upset. Dale is the number 1 seed in the tournament. I think it's fine that he's in the tournament.
I told you, I am not going to go back and check the work. If he says he's the number 1 seed, go for it.
Let me tell you something. Sometimes things don't need to be said. That would be one that doesn't need to be said. I don't think anyone for a minute was thinking you were going to do a full audit of any of the
what competition would you put together a bracket and put yourself as the number 1 seed? What would you feel confident enough that I'm going to organize this for everyone, and I'm the number 1 seed because I'm the best?
Sheep said.
Analogy competition.
Sheep's head.
Yeah. Yep. Parallel parking. I'd feel pretty good about parallel
that again.
Parking. You asked, what would you put in?
Ooh, delegating.
No, there's people better.
I don't know anymore.
Bowling?
Bruss beat
Would
me
you
in
not put
bowling.
bowling?
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
tough.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Jason would put himself parenting. Probably would be at the top.
Nah, he's number 1 seed.
I don't know
Parent bracket.
I love look at that. I love when he gives that sigh. Jason, what would you put yourself as the number 1 seed in?
I wouldn't put myself as the number 1 seed for anything, but I would put you as the number 1 seed when it comes to talking about Coors Light.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good one, too. Coors Light brewed with a 3-step cold process. Cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it is made to chill those mountains. Make sure they're blue. That's when you know Coors Light is chilled to perfection. That's why there's always a Coors Light in my hand when I need a moment to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company at Golden, Colorado.
The Steinhafels Sleepers of the Week.
Speaking of putting yourself number 1.
Well, not me. I'm in third blank in place, according to our new analytics firm that nobody hired or even consulted with. But when there's a vacuum, power just falls in line, and that's what we left. I left a vacuum, and the AFC team has jumped in there.
Democracy.
FIFA. We will get to our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Try Helix Sleep's award-winning mattress now at Steinhoffels, 20% off. Visit steinhoffels.com to learn more. Better sleep starts now. Wisconsin volleyball falling short in the national semifinal to Kentucky in 5 sets. The Badgers looking dominant to kick off the match, a convincing 25-12 set victory out of the gates. However, the Wildcats playing the long game with Wisconsin, watching its 68.2 opening hit percentage drastically drop in the next 4 sets. Despite bringing it within 1 in the final set, it was too little too late for the Wisconsin Badgers. Their season ends in the Final Four, a final record of 28-5. A bitter end to the season, but a ride Wisconsin fans will never forget.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
'Tis the season to be planning your holiday events. Whether it's a party for 10 or 10,000, Celebrations has the sound, video, lighting, special effects, and custom-themed decor to make it the best party ever. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With us on your team, your holiday or New Year's party will be easy to plan and super fun to attend. DJs, casino games, lighting, and photo booths are just the beginning at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
The holidays are here, and no better way to elevate your cocktail experience than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh for my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits. Made locally in beautiful Door County. Whatever you've got going on this holiday season, elevate it with Door County Distillery. Check out their website for a huge list of unique cocktail recipes, festive recipes for your cocktail game. That's their website, doorcountydistillery.com, doorcountydistillery.com to find the retailer nearest you.
It's December, which means it's truck weather, and nobody helps you gear up like Metro Ford of Madison. Right now, get a 2025 Ford F-150 with 0% APR for 60 or 66 months, with $0 down and no payments for 90 days. The 2025 F-150 2.7L SDX is here with 0% APR plus $1,250 retail bonus cash, $1,000 open bonus cash, and $1,000 MBC. But hurry, offers end January 5th. It's truck weather, so make it count today at MetroFordofMadison.com.
It's Packers versus Bears, the battle for the NFC North in Chicago.
You know, we all know the magnitude of this game.
Get ready and react with Green Bay Game Day and Game Night on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
is quite the Christmas tune. Time now for our Steinhafels Sleepers of the Week.
Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey. Okay, campers, rise and shine. It's time for the Steinhafels Sleepers of the Week on Wilde and Tausch.
It is time for the Steinhafels Sleepers of the Week. I have not been checking the standings, but apparently Tausch is in last place, even though he always goes first.
Just got a tweet. Yep, I do go first, and I don't know if I'd say I've had a bad season. I'm still hovering around the top of the leaderboard, too, and this is going to be an easy one for me this week. Don't know about Josh Jacobs's, how much he's going to be able to play, availability, etc., etc. Rob kind of cast a little aspersion that he might not even play, which is surprising. I think he still finds a way to get out there, but this game is going to be through the air. And I think Jordan Love is going to showcase himself. Can't go Christian Watson, but I can go with the top pick and somebody that I think is ready to emerge and somebody I think can have a big day. I think our boy's ready to make a big splash, much like Davante Adams in a big-time game against the New England Patriots. This is a big-time game. This is the NFC North for the G&G. And I think MG is going to be the guy that makes some big plays in this game. Matthew Golden, my Steinhafels sleeper of the week.
I think it's a great choice. I predict that you will win. And not just because I'm about 2/3 of the way through writing my Matthew Golden story.
It's part
after
of it.
A conversation with him, but it may have factored in for sure. Jesse, who you taking?
I'm going reverse psychology this week for the Steinhafels Sleeper of the Week. You know who's
Colby Wooden again?
Guy?
You know who's been
taking Manung guy?
No. You know who's been on the field a bunch on offense the last couple of weeks?
Bo Melton.
You know who had a big play for a touchdown against the Bears 2 weeks ago?
Christian Watson.
A couple of players, but Bo Melton is who I was looking for there. The Bears are going to go into. There's no way they're going to draw something up for Bo Melton again, right? They just pulled that card against us. They won't do it again. And that's where I think LaFleur's going to say, ha-ha, we did it again. They didn't see it coming. Bo Melton.
It's too bad we can't play Britney Spears music because that's perfect for a oops, I did it again.
Oops, I am going to go with Bo Melton as my Steinhafels Sleeper of the Week. And if he doesn't do anything on offense, you never know. He could also do something on defense or special teams. So I got multiple chances to win. Bo Melton.
Was that the 2023 opener that Quay Walker had a pick in the game and
yes,
rookie sensation Luke Musgrave got wide open for a deep ball down the field and then Bambied it near the goal line? Am I remembering that correctly? I think that's it.
You could.
The Quay Walker pick for sure. I don't remember the Musgrave play.
Yeah, he's all alone and he trips and falls over like the 12-yard line.
He Bambied it.
I'm sticking. The tight ends have been good to me. And I don't think.
Because Chipotle Ben gave you a little extra salsa?
I missed Chipotle Ben. I don't think I've picked this guy, though. I picked Josh Wiley one week. Not the right week, but I picked him.
Playing.
He is out with a concussion. I picked John Fitzpatrick. Fitzy, as they call him. Creative nickname. And I believe he won it for me last week. So I'm going to stick with the tight ends. I'm going to take
Luke
Musgrave.
What the hell did he do last week? How'd you win last week?
I don't know. I'm just checking the statistics here, though, and I emerged victorious.
He had like one catch, didn't he?
I don't know, but he's not my pick. Luke Musgrave, Bambiing his way into the end zone in the Packers' win tomorrow night at Soldier Field. Those are our Steinhafels Sleepers of the Week. You can get yours in across our social media channels when we share ours. Steinhafels, of course, the best place for your furniture needs. And right now, it's the last weekend of Steinhafels' 12 days of Christmas sale. Right now, save 10% or more throughout the store, and you can pay later with an 18-month, 0% interest financing opportunity. Plus, check out all the incredible holiday deals like a queen mattress for just $299 and sofas and queen beds for only $399. Get more holiday for less during Steinhaffel's 12 Days of Christmas sale. Shop in store or online anytime at steinhaffels.com. Sale ends Sunday. We will kick off the 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut. Well, I've told you for a while about how much I love Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and it's especially great around the holidays. Here's the winning play of the season. Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at just $19.99. Feed your crew before the game, after the game, or while you watch. The Triple Treat Box, only at Pizza Hut. Order now at pizzahut.com and on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, feed good times, and remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. The Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The showdown at Soldier Field on Saturday night, likely with the NFC North title in the balance. Packers-Bears 7:20 kickoff on Saturday night. It is nationally televised on Fox. Everything you need to get ready for the game from now until kickoff on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, ESPN.com, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wilde and Tausch continues until noon. Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe, live video streaming at 12:30. Rich Eisen Show from noon to 2 on ESPN Radio. Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 4, Jim, Matt, and Molly from 4 to 6, and if that's not enough, tomorrow evening, Green Bay Game Day. Counts you down to kickoff from 4 o'clock until 7:20, right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wilde and Tausch continues right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. It begins
very catchy.
I think the whistling adds a lot to it.
RFM. This is some good RFM right here.
RFW. Royalty-free whistling. Time now for our prize picks of the week.
Some of the only music better than our royalty-free Christmas tunes. Our prize picks of the week. Looking for a bounce-back performance after we had a strong November into early December. Let's see if we can have a good one this week. And I have
Am I crazy to say December has flown by? Like, this has been the fastest month of the year.
Doing this again.
No. Like, I am serious. It's like you look up and it's the 19th.
How many months have you proclaimed as the fastest month of the year? I feel like you've done this like every other month.
No, I don't. That's erroneous. But November felt like it drug on forever. And then December, it was like, bam, here we go. It just cray. Absolutely cray.
And March goes real fast. Okay.
I don't know, man.
Our prize picks of the week. I liked a couple of these selections so much this morning that I actually locked in a few picks before consulting with you guys.
Flex Friday? Did you take advantage of Flex Friday?
No, I'm going to ask you for some tips here, and then I'm going to do the Flex Friday with the Flex promo. But I went power play, four bagger this morning, hoping for 4 for 4
Okay.
and a nice little win come Sunday evening. Or Saturday night, I should say. Let's run a few of these by you for Packers Bears. Josh Jacobs, more or less than 0.5 rushing or receiving touchdowns combined. Does Josh Jacobs get in the end zone against the Bears?
Demovsky just swayed me. I'm going less. I'm not even sure. I don't know how much he's going to play. He's a warrior, and he's obviously a great touchdown catch last week. Ran it well, but I'm gonna play the injury card here on a short week. I'm gonna go less.
I believe in Josh Jacobs. I am going to go more and disagree with both my esteemed colleague and Tausch.
Nice. Caleb Williams, more or less than 57.9% completion percentage in Saturday night's game. Going back to the well, Tausch.
Boy, they just keep dropping that. It was 58 or 59. I think he's going to go more this time around. It's at home. You don't have Micah. I think it's going to be more. And I don't think he's going to throw it a ton. I think it's going to be 20-some-odd throws. You do the math. If he's 13 or 14 out of 20, all right, I don't know what the math is on that. I think he gets it done. I think he's going to be hovering around that 60 piece, which is still not great for a starting quarterback. But I think he'll be better than he was last time they played Green Bay with Micah being out there.
I am very curious to see how they change, if at all, how they utilize their quarterback and whether they are less concerned about getting the ball out of his hand, because he does like to do the extend the play spiel. That's kind of where he likes to live, and that's kind of what Ben Johnson is trying to break him of, and have him just deliver the ball on time, on schedule, in the pocket, and not always be improvising. So, look, I want Caleb. I've said it a million times. I want Caleb Williams to be good. So this is a great quarterback and great team rivalry. I'm still not. I keep hearing Ben Johnson's voice in my head from a couple weeks ago, saying that they were winning in spite of their passing game, and now they will be once again missing Roma Dunze and Luther Burden, who was the pot stirrer with Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon when Nixon got that penalty. But Burden got fined by the league.
He was unburdened, some would say, from the penalty.
It was quite a burden.
Nice.
So I'm actually gonna say he is going to be less on that. I think Caleb Williams in a cold night is gonna have a tough night.
Okay. A lot of tight ends.
Not a lot
of tight end throws.
Cole Kmet also questionable, by the way. People are forgetting about that.
Dink and dunk if the defense steps up to the plate here without Micah Parsons, hopefully. Christian Watson, more or less than 3.5 receptions.
Less. Big plays. I think 3 is going to be the number, and a tutter. If he does that coming off of what it looked like he might be out for a while, I'll be happier than a clam.
More. I think he's going to have more than that. I think he's going to have 4, 5, 6, 7. We haven't agreed on one yet. It's kind of fun.
Quick question. Why are clams happy, too? But I digress. Go ahead.
Because they're in a casino. Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
Brandon McManus or Cairo Santos, the kicker for the Bears, more or less than 1.5 made field goals for either of them individually, not a combined effort here. Either one, do you like more or less on 1.5 made field goals? Old T.
So here's the thing. normally I would say yes, no doubt. You got two ultra-aggressive cats now with this fourth down. And guys not settling for, if it's 4th and 3 inside the red zone, you just get the sense that both these coaches are going to go for it. I'm going less on both.
I guess I have to go more since we haven't agreed on anything so far. But I agree with Tausch. Put the shirt on. Aggressive fourth down decisions. That's what I expect. Plus, if it's going to be really, really windy at Soldier Field, I'm not sure that if you have a short opportunity to convert or if you have a chance to kick a field goal, you're going to pick the field goal under those conditions.
I thought they were saying it was going to be some kind of gorgeous night in Chicago on Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about this wind.
When did this change?
By the way, on TMJ this morning, Niznansky was saying it's going to be beautiful down there.
Okay, I got this email about the wind.
That's out in Denver.
You're on an email
monster winds in
subscription on the wind?
I personally do not subscribe.
We tried to subscribe to Brian Windhorst. The next thing you know, he's getting wind-related
The windy report. He thought it was an NBA thing.
So he's wanting to see where Giannis is going.
We have
he's
our
doing
emails.
this bit with Giannis.
We have our emails in the NFL Black Book, and so we start the game with sustained winds around 15 miles per hour with gusts to 25. And by the end of the game, we could see sustained winds of over 20 miles per hour and gusts pushing to 35 to 40 miles per hour, according to some meteorologist. The chief meteorologist at Roto Grinders, according to this email, which I'm not familiar with their work. And I don't think they make ice cream. And I don't think they are necessarily weather experts. That strikes me as some sort of fantasy group. So take that for what it's worth.
What did Stephanopoulos say on Good Morning America this morning?
I was not watching. I was fixing our blow-ups outside and then shoveling our driveway. So I
better be careful. Those blow-ups are going to blow away, depending on what Roto Grinders.
Very windy, according to Kevin Roth, chief meteorologist at Roto Grinders.
What are you subscribed to from the Black Book?
I don't know. I didn't subscribe. Click unsubscribe. Not interested. But it made for a funny joke.
Can you please?
You got the exact opposite problem. I subscribe to stuff and don't get anything.
Yeah.
You don't, and you get all this info from Roto Grinder. Sounds
suspicious.
Sounds very goofy to me. Yeah. Hey, man, I ain't ask me no questions, tell me no lies, my friend. I'm not going to ask any questions on Roto Grinder. I can tell you that.
Can you please tweet a wind update at kickoff for us to follow along with when you're there? That would be very helpful for all of us.
Can I just text you? I don't tweet a lot anymore during games and stuff, so I'll just text you guys.
Anti-Elon guy.
Yeah, that's why.
Tausch, is Kyle Monungai going to go more or less than 44.5 rushing yards? I know you like him.
Oh, more. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go more on that.
I'm going to go more
cat,
too,
man. I like that cat. He's a player. Like him a lot.
Rutgers, right?
I don't know.
I think he was a Rutgers guy.
Birthplace of football.
Monungai?
Yeah.
I'd like to see somebody do a fact check. I'd like to get who's Dale. I know Dale's got a lot on his plate. I also
he's
want
working
to see
for
if he
Roto
can fact
Grinders
check.
now, from what I hear. Also,
I'd like to fact check why New Jersey and Rutgers, Piscataway, is the birthplace of college football. I'd like to see some research on that too, but it's neither here nor there.
Those are our prize picks of the week, brought to you by Prize Picks.
Yeah, you got a lot going on. Bowl games are going. Basketball matchups, and, of course, all these great playoff pushes. It's all happening during the holidays. And you know what? If you want to play and have some fun, jump on Prize Picks. It's the simplest way to play daily fantasy. Make your player picks less than 60 seconds. Choose more or less on at least 2 player stats. Get them right. Cash in. And new this season, you get early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you can cash out before the game even ends. Deposits are fast, easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, more. I like Monungai with 44 more. I'm going to go dig around. I didn't love any of the other ones. I didn't hear what Jordan Love's passing numbers were.
I didn't hear those read either.
I'll go take a look at that. I'm going to go less with Josh Jacobs, and I'm going to try to go with a 3 or a 4 piece. You guys, do your thing. And you know what? It's great to be right because that means you make a little cash. Download that PrizePicks app today. Use code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good
to be right.
236.5 passing yards for Jordan Love on PrizePicks.
Yeah, I'm going to go more. I just think I like Jordan in this matchup a lot.
We shall see. We shall also see what the Academy has cooked up.
Although Grinder's got this thing blowing 70 miles an hour. You know what? I'm going to pause until I get my Roto Grinder update at whatever time. I'm going to have to wait till as late as I can on Saturday till Roto Grinder gives me the wind update.
They got their. I'd like to congratulate Kathy, who apparently does their PR. She got something out of that email, boy. I didn't expect it.
Boy. I bet if you dig deeper, there's probably more to get out of that email, too.
Headlines are next.
I don't know about Grinding or Roto, but
Kathy.
it could be either one. Oh, Kathy.
More next.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Well, are you thinking a new vehicle or even some vehicle maintenance would help kickstart your new year? Well, then get in touch with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust. When it comes to safe winter driving, the place to prepare is not on the side of the road. It's at Zimbrick Chevrolet. And as you're hitting the road to visit family, gather with friends, to watch the game, or to experience a snowy weekend adventure, make sure your vehicle is ready to take on the Wisconsin winter. Get a tune-up. If your car is due for a scheduled maintenance or just needs a tune-up, do it now. If certain parts are damaged, like the water pump, hoses, and belts, they could unexpectedly leave you stranded. Check the battery. Cold temperatures reduce a battery's storage capacity, and the more frigid the temperature, the more power your engine needs to start. Zimbrick Chevrolet can install a new battery in minutes. Some more winter driving advice? Check your tires, change your oil, and keep the gas tank full. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter roads. Call to schedule an appointment with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie or online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas is our day.
With star power from across the globe.
The stars, they are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door. Hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you. With 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at AssociatedBank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family-owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Indulge in the ultimate chocolate experience this holiday season with Gale Ambrose's Chocolatier. Your significant other will love the handcrafted selection created right here in Madison. Stop by their store on Atwood and treat your taste buds today. Once you taste the difference that locally owned and made chocolate makes, you'll never go back to the mass-produced box of chocolate again. Share the joy this holiday season with a box of chocolate from Gale Ambrose's Chocolatier on Atwood.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
The moment you've all been waiting for. No, not the return of movie headlines. Just this week's headlines. Tausch, you get to go first.
So I was just waiting for some RFM, but we don't have any RFM, so I will go.
I'm told that Jesse has not had. He's been very busy with the Wisconsin volleyball postseason run. Now I'm sure he'll be putting together the new headlines bit.
You got this nice defensive graphic up here for you.
Compared to that's a good graphic.
Car wash
graphics.
Yeah.
Can you put up how many car washes people went through over that course of that same amount of time? All right, here we go. Saturday is an interesting one to me. I don't know. I don't have Jason asked Rob a little bit earlier in the show about the vibe. I don't have a great vibe. Well, the only thing I have a great vibe on is that our quarterback's better than theirs. That's the only thing I feel really strongly about. And I think our defense is better even without Micah. So here we go. Injuries to Parsons and Watson cast doubt, but the Pack still has love, so don't count them out. A tutter from Reed, well, Josh Jacobs they'll feed. And that's what portaging is all about. Canoeing. Remember,
I appreciate
canoe. Yeah.
I appreciate the callback to the canoe. I thought that was good. I liked it. Jesse's are always the best these days, so here we go.
Mine's not very good this week.
Okay, well, good.
Jeez. That's kind of throwing some shots. You don't like my limericks?
I like them.
Jesse's had some really good headlines this year.
Jesse crushed it last week, but he's also had some futters, too. Like, let's
some
not,
what?
He's had some futters.
Some what?
Futter-dutter. What did you think I said?
Just careful.
I don't know, but
I just want you to be careful there, old T.
Just be
Chicago.
careful, hey, boys.
Chicago. Okay. That toddling town. Will it be Go Pack Go atop the NFC North? Or will the Bears bear down? Love is in the air along with that gusting wind. Will Watson break the game open? Or will the G&G's division hopes be thin? Caleb's inconsistent, but he has improved. Without Micah on the field, will the D hang a masterpiece in the Louvre? With 3 games left, The pack starts its run, and Wilde learns that leaving the basement can deliver so much holiday fun. Packers 27, Bears 23. Couldn't find my right rhyme with Gary because I wanted to put something in there about moving to Gary, but I never found what I was looking for.
Scary.
The cable guy? Larry the cable guy?
I went Barry.
Wary.
The Bears, the Packers,
Scary?
the Bears will bury.
Dairy.
Yeah, Scary seemed like a layup. I get it.
Jones Dairy.
Dairy, because we
Now
like cheese and milk.
That's where I should have gone. Thank you, Jesse. I should have brought you in earlier. Jones Dairy was perfect. Speaking of perfect, here's your crummy headline that you've undersold or perhaps accurately described.
Not very good this week, but we've got it. Jeff Hafley, top of mind because of his greatest press conference of all time earlier this week. Happily ever after. Defensive coordinator spreads holiday cheer. Packers down the Bears 27-13 is my prediction for Saturday night's game.
Tausch is right. That is kind of a fudder.
It is, but it's straight and to the point. I think the defense shines, and for everyone who has said Jeff Hafley will be a head coach, this is the game that cements that he will have that opportunity by shutting down Caleb Williams and his completion percentage with the Chicago Bears on Saturday night. Everyone thinks the Bears have a chance. The Bears fans are starting to feel themselves and how confident they are heading into this thing. Packers shut them down. It's a classic Packers beat down of the Bears on Saturday.
All right, those are our
headlines this week.
J.J. Watt is doing the Bills-Browns game on CBS. We do have the A-team for Fox. Big game Burkhardt and Brady with Aaron Andrews and Tom Rinaldi on the sidelines.
That is a big.
And then next Saturday we've got Peacock.
Yeah,
is that right?
Could be Noah Eagle next week, I think.
And Tausch
so I'm
and
gonna
Mo
probably
sitting in your
I might
Jesse's
have to
living
take
room.
the post-game show off next week then.
You can do it from my house.
In the fridge.
I'll have to see. I'm sure there's some illegal streaming services we can legally get. Is Roto Grinder? Tell us where we can get.
I'm not giving them any more. We've given them too much pub already.
You could go get a hotel room in Johnson Creek or Oconomowoc, and then it'll be on Milwaukee's NBC affiliate. So you could do that.
There you go.
Hey, good point, Joe.
We need to draw this week's trivia winner. I'm looking at Wonelli, and it appears to be a college football playoff preview, not anything breaking down with like what Giannis said yesterday about his agents.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Is there ever been less buzz? Like, I know we're having a bee shortage and bees are struggling. There is a buzz shortage on this college football playoff.
Well, we'll break that down next during Wonelli after I tell you about Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. That's the number to call. Or go to the website, gruber-law.com. If you've been injured in an accident, that's the only call to make. I hope you never have to make it. But if you do, make the call to David and his team. Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All. Wonelli and picking this week's trivia winner are next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Who wants some free pizza? It's Free Food Friday from Pizza Hut on ESPN Madison, and it is brought to you, of course, by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Right now, caller number 10 at 844-770-3776 wins your own Free Food Friday, courtesy of Pizza Hut. Right now, this holiday season, the winning play of the season is Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at just $19.99. Feed your crew before the game for a holiday party, during the game tomorrow night, or next Saturday night. The Triple Treat Box is perfect to watch the game. The Triple Treat Box only at Pizza Hut. Caller number 10 right now at 844-770-3776 wins your own free Food Friday from Pizza Hut. Head to pizzahut.com or select Pizza Hut locations to enjoy your own free Food Friday.
There's no safer place to feel dumb than Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
But I was impressed by several of them.
You're impressed by everything.
I love life. It's amazing what people do.
There is nothing that you see that you wouldn't go, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's not a bad way to live, though.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe. Live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also available on the ESPN Wisconsin app and wherever you get your podcasts.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
Celebrate the season of Audi at Audi Madison. Take advantage of 1.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. National customer credit is good towards the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but only available until January 5th. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Ho, ho, ho!
It's Packers versus Bears, the battle for the NFC North in Chicago.
You know, we all know the magnitude of this game.
Get ready and react with Green Bay Game Day and Game Night on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Silent night, holy night.
Best version of Silent Night ever to not have to be paid for. Speaking of get what you pay for, it's time for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
As promised, we left out the college football playoff portion of the weekend preview earlier in the show. Round 1 of the college football playoff is underway this weekend, starting tonight. Best game, I think, is tonight. Alabama at Oklahoma in Norman, a battle of SEC foes going at it. 7 o'clock tonight on ABC and the ESPN app and on ESPN Radio. Alabama has lost to Oklahoma both of the years that the Sooners have been in the SEC, going back to last year. So that is the big one tonight. Triple header tomorrow. 10-seed Miami and 7-seed Texas A&M is your early game on ABC at 11 a.m. And then the action shifts over to TNT, where they are televising the final 2 games of round 1. Tulane and Ole Miss is the afternoon game, and James Madison, Oregon, up against the Packers-Bears game. Jason, you'll have to second screen stream that one in the press box in Chicago to see your Ducks in action.
I think I'll be okay.
Yeah. So where's the buzz?
Tausch is right, man. I didn't hear any buzz there.
Alabama, much maligned. Can they get it done against Oklahoma?
What time does Notre Dame play?
They are not in the field this season.
They
Jason?
took their ball and went home.
Yeah. But then donated to charity. It was kind of fun. Ole Miss without their head coach against Tulane, whose coach was hired by Florida, but he's doing both jobs in the playoffs. So the polar opposites of approaches for head coaches. There's some excitement there. Huh? Can one of the
you're really trying. You're trying real hard.
Can one of the group of 5 teams pull off a monumental upset for the first time in college football playoff history?
No, they won't. Oklahoma, Alabama will be an interesting game tonight. I think Oklahoma beats them. I think Alabama's beaten up, and I will not be surprised if I'm Kalen DeBoer and Michigan throws the bank at me. I'm going to Michigan. The SEC is a gauntlet. They're already, I think, wanting to kind of get rid of him. He's lost 4. If he loses tonight, he's going to lose sometime. They're not winning a national championship this year. You're going to have 4 losses, and their fans are sick of it. So if I'm him, I'm like, you know what, man? Michigan, I get to play some teams I can beat. I'm always going to be in the mix. I'm going to go up there and take my big old paycheck. That's what I would do if I was Kalen DeBoer. The only game that I'm super intrigued by, I do think Miami, who got in deservedly over Notre Dame, since they literally played each other and they beat them. And the Notre Dame, the amount of crying Notre Dame did is embarrassing, by the way. So Miami having to prove themselves against A&M, I think, is a very intriguing game. Everything else, snoozy doozy. Snoozy doozy.
Snoozy fudder.
It's a new one. Careful.
Careful what?
F-U-D-D-E-R.
Yes.
Fudder.
So let me ask you this then, old T, college football analyst that you are, Heisman Trophy voter.
Ball knower.
Yeah.
Ball knower.
Do we sacrifice some intrigue, some buzz for the first round of the playoff this year at the expense of then being able to have more buzz for the powerhouses going at it New Year's Day and in the semifinal and in the championship with Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech with first-round buys? Some compelling later-round matchups could be in store because these appear to be a little lopsided.
I'll tell you what would be great is if those 4 teams were playing like the old-school BCS this weekend, and then the 2 winners would go play in Pasadena on Jan 1. That would be awesome. And if they want to have these little cute play-in games that with no buzz, play them last week. Play them 2 weeks ago. College football is a sick puppy, man. And they need to get some serious medicine, but they really just need a total revamp. I'd be all in on if it was just those 4 teams. I'm in. I don't need all 12. I don't.
So did you just propose that what college football should do is the Rose Bowl should be the equivalent of the Super Bowl, and it should be played in the same place every year?
Nobody else is going to play there. UCLA is moving. That's it. That's the venue. Yeah, absolutely.
So you're saying Rose Bowl, January 1st, 4 p.m. kickoff. That's your championship
for the Natty.
Every year, forever, in perpetuity. Yep.
And how many teams are in the playoff to get there? 12 or 16?
I don't even care. If you want it, just start them earlier. No, I mean, I want 4. All you crybabies over the years have said, we need more, it's not fair, oh, wah. And you know what? Even though the players are telling you, we don't want to play that much because we're sitting out and we're transferring, and the coaches are telling you, we don't want to play that much. Great. Move it up. Start this thing. Give 2 buys. The top 2 teams should have a bye into the semis. And then if you want to get cute and have 24 other teams and get rid of conference shit, and you want, I'll watch ball now. I'm fine watching ball, but it gets to be mid-December. I'm on to the NFL, man. So you better have some very intriguing big-time matchups. Top 2 teams. Here's what we do. SEC and Big Ten champs, you have buys. You got buys into the semis. Everybody else, here's some chicken scratch. Go get it. We're going to throw a little feed out. You guys go scatter. And if you guys can dig to get there, we'll play you on our home field or in the Peach Dome or if you got to have dome, all that stuff. That's cute. But the championship is out New Year's Day out at the Rose Bowl with the sun setting in the whatever mountain range that is. That's what college football should do.
You got to win at the Peach Dome if you're going to make it to the Rose Bowl.
Whoa, Nelly!
I think and then you get to go to the Peach Pit. You get to go with Nat Pasiccio to the Peach Pit after. Listen to some music.
I think your idea is the right one.
Thank you.
Chicken scratch.
I agree.
So, is this eventually just going to become the NFL playoffs where the SEC is the AFC, the Big Ten is the NFC, and they play on January 1st, and there's like 3 rounds of playoffs that are
to get there,
get you there. Yeah.
That's exactly what it should be. Yeah, and when smart people take over, that's what will happen. And Jesse and Jason, it will be more along the lines of, I think what will happen is they're bringing private equity and all that stuff in, which just let ESPN and Fox be the AFC and the NFC. And you can kind of filter it, and they can kind of divide it up, and you can end up jostling and getting matchups, and both would end up battling to put you end up with the SEC champion goes on ESPN on, I don't know, a little bit before Christmas. Fox does the other one. And after that, you do a draft. You get to pick which matchups you end up getting. It's a perfect way to do it. Make it for television. Let it go. It'd be fun. I'm all in. It's a great plan.
I'm all in on my idea. It's a great plan.
Yeah. Yep.
Are we going to talk about Giannis at all?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't wanna.
Whoa, Nelly!
What would you like to say about Giannis?
I don't understand what happened yesterday. I was hoping somebody could explain it to me, because at one point he does say my agent works for me. Well, then if your agent is speaking out of school, as he, I believe, claimed, then tell him to stop doing that, right? Like, isn't it?
Unless you don't want that.
Correct. Exactly. So the idea that his agent wants to wants him to be traded, but Giannis isn't sure if he wants to be traded.
Let me tell you something. Here's the deal. Giannis's agent, now granted, he's going to want to do what's best for Giannis, but almost every agent that people know, what do they want? They're in that business
to make money
to make money for their clients, and then that makes money for them. The Milwaukee Bucks can pay Giannis the most amount of money ever. And if Giannis is only wanting to make money and his agent only wants to make money, this is where they'll make the most amount of money. So it just always kind of look. Don't just take people exactly what they say. Look in and do a little digging.
Well, I wasn't taking him for what he just said. I thought it was.
I
did not find it especially convincing. The spiel that he delivered yesterday. That was actually going to be my takeaway from it.
Oh,
that's all.
Okay. Good take.
Time to pick a winner in our trivia contestant.
A lot of chips in here, and I'm kind of hoping I draw one particular number because of some drama that would ensue from it. So we're going to find out what happens. I didn't pick the number I was hoping to. That's okay. I'll explain in a moment. Congratulations to Chad in Oregon. Part of our start to our perfect week with geography questions on Wednesday. Chad in Oregon is our winner of the Cousin Subs and Iron Jock prize pack for Wilde and Tausch trivia. Jerry in the Prairie, number 1, played on Tuesday. He called in later in the week and won the Iron Jock tumbler.
He's had a hell of a week.
Which made him ineligible. I checked in the official rules, made him ineligible to win trivia, but I didn't take his chips out of the helmet. So we would have drawn him, and then I would have been like Jeff Probst on Survivor, saying does not count, and then throwing it away, and then picking
Wait, is that what Jeff Probst did?
Yeah, when the idols are played. It's crazy. Yeah.
That show's run its course, too, hasn't it?
Didn't they just have their finale the other night?
I haven't watched since 2020.
I haven't watched it in 4 or 5 years. I used to think that was the best show. Maybe I'm just getting old and stodgy, which is possible. Not probable, but possible.
Stodgy. A little stodgy. An old fudder-dudder, some might say. That is Whoa Nelly. Thank you for humoring me to give me an opportunity to inquire about the Giannis press availability that he had yesterday. We wrap up the show and wrap up the week with Feelgood Friday, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Wisconsin volleyball falling short in the national semifinal to Kentucky in 5 sets. The Badgers looking dominant to kick off the match, a convincing 25-12 set victory out of the gates. However, the Wildcats playing the long game with Wisconsin, watching its 68.2 opening hit percentage drastically drop in the next 4 sets. Despite bringing it within 1 in the final set, it was too little too late for the Wisconsin Badgers. Their season ends in the Final Four, a bitter end to the season, but a ride Wisconsin fans will never forget.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport L for as low as $395 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You gotta get down on Friday. It's time to finish the week off right. It's Feelgood Friday on Wilde and Tausch. Painted by Hallman Lindsay.
It is time for Feel Good Friday. We're still searching for Feel Good royalty-free music.
We'll get there.
Maybe.
But Jesse delivers this week's Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints.
A tough loss last night for Wisconsin volleyball, but it does allow us to now look back on an incredible season. And I wanted to say our Feel Good Friday today, everyone part of the Wisconsin Badgers volleyball program who has helped make it a successful first 2 seasons with ESPN Madison and Good Karma Brands being the home of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball, being able to have youth clinics within our communities, being able to get to know members of the program and help grow awareness and knowledge of the sport and bring more attention to one of the best programs at the University of Wisconsin, getting to know Kelly Sheffield, John Audius, Jess Williams, Hall of Famer Pete Wade, and all of the producers and everyone who's part of our broadcasts each and every week. An awesome season again, capped with a trip to the Final Four. And even though it did end in disappointment last night, we will look back on it and know that it was a heck of a run eventually. So congratulations to the team on a great season. And thanks to everyone with the volleyball program and everyone at our stations who has been part of our broadcasts and part of our increasing presence as the home of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball over the last 2 years.
And I just
kudos
got
to the team, and great job on the post game. Who did the post game coverage most of the time?
That was
Hunter. Hunter did.
He's the executive producer. Yeah.
Just got an email from the Bucks, not from Roto Grinder. The dates are set for the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum.
Oh, that's a big one.
6 matches over 3 days with the top teams in the country. Although they're not announcing which ones they will be playing. I'm guessing that might be the local team that'll be participating in that.
Think? You might get
August
invited.
21st to the 23rd. Tickets go on sale January 30th. So there you go. You'll get some more volleyball soon. That's it for us today. Enjoy Packers-Bears tomorrow night. We'll be back on Monday to talk about it. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available